Welcome in, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Let's Just Talk About It with your host, Jessica Simone. And I'm being joined today by Skeptic and Saji. And shout out to Cece for coming up to give her input. And we're having a deep discussion about, can you be MAGA and be Christian? Is it really even possible? And is religion a hoax, and has MAGA ruined Christianity? And as we've been talking, I'm also trying to figure out who these MAGA Christians may actually think that they identify with in the Bible. So, yeah, feel free to comment, engage, share the live. Make sure you subscribe and give a thumbs up right now. Saji, go ahead, love. Oh, and we're also be getting ready, so I'll be doing my makeup because I'm gonna be meeting with Jamal later on today, you guys. I'm excited about that. But and at the end, you guys can help me pick my outfits, which are on the back there. Alrighty then. Oh, now what were you saying, Saji Love?
Yeah, I was saying I don't understand the connection like Cece was saying with these MAGA Christians like protecting and kind of defending anything and everything that the J state is currently doing. Um, I mean, Christianity, as far as I understood it, was Jesus Christ coming to save the world because the religion that was being practiced at the time, which was Judaism, was not like complete. They needed him to come save the world from their sins. So I just don't get it. I mean, Jays don't believe in Jesus. So yeah, their belief actually directly contradicts Christianity,
Mm-hmm.
where we've seen MAGA demonize Islam, but Islam does believe in Jesus. So I don't honestly understand any of it.
So let me get this right. So we support Israel, obviously, and quote unquote defending themselves, right? And we support, and they are the Jays, but they don't believe in Jesus, but we do. And then you say the people, Palestinians, believe in Jesus.
Yes. Muslims, I mean, Palestinians are Muslims, Christians, and there's a few Jays, right?
Mm-hmm.
But both Christians, obviously, and Muslims believe that Jesus Christ existed and that Muslims believe that he was one of the greatest prophets. So they do have like his own separate book within the Quran. But then Jays don't believe that Jesus was a prophet. They believe he was a false prophet, and according to them that he rode a horse on the Sabbath, which was like their holy day, and that's why like they didn't accept him as a J anymore, according to what they have told me and what I've read. If
Mm-hmm.
anybody else wants to contradict on that, let me know. They also don't believe that Mary was a virgin. They say very very terrible things about that, but I just don't understand the relationship between the two, because they
Mm-hmm.
contradict this like Christian ideology that we're claiming we're so connected to in America.
Hmm. Denise said that the evangelicals need the Jays to come to their biblical end for them to get their rapture. Oh, child, what the fuck is going on?
Yes, that is true, Denise is right.
Uh,
Denise is right.
That's crazy. Um, in the US, that's why they always defend. They are a huge lobbyist group in the US, and that's why they always defend Israel. My thing, I was about to say something about the Christian. Oh, it's capitalism first, then Christianity. Because just like you said, you just went to a Baptist church and they told you that the Jay's way is the best way, but don't go to their church. Continue to go to my church and give me the money. Good morning, Emperor. How you doing, love?
Yes, it was a Christian church, and they said the Jays were the ones that were doing it the best. That they put that cube on their head. I'm spacing out on their name. I mean, the priest called it a cube. He didn't even know what it was called, but he said they put the cube on their head, which is the tefillin skeptic. But I forgot what the cube itself is called. The kava. anyways, that they put the cube in their head, that they don't work or do anything on the Sabbath day. But then I was sitting there thinking like, my bad. I was sitting there thinking like, well, if they're the ones doing it the right way according to this priest, then why would he tell them to stay there and not go to a synagogue? That wouldn't make sense, right?
Well, also,
Not,
sorry.
no, I was just about to say, not dating talking about, we talking about J's, and not the J's. I'm taking the ball to the wreck. No, we're not talking about Michael Jordan J's, okay? We're talking about Jesus and J's. Go ahead, Kimmy.
Yeah, so I say this a lot. I don't think that what is going on in Palestine is necessarily a religious war. A lot of people want to think that it is, but I don't think it's that at all. I think simply the United States benefits from Israel existing where it does, because as we know, the Middle East has a lot of resources that the United States wants. But then how do they just explain that to people that it's for monetary and economic reasons that we support them? They can't. So they use religion as a way to explain it to the regular person why we're supporting them. But really, it has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do because our Congress people and our politicians actually believe what they say. It's simply that the United States benefits from Israel being there. That is really all that it is.
Yeah. They're both taking advantage of each other, because on one end, the Jays are kind of grifting Christians, making money off of them and trying to sell that our country was basically based on their beliefs, when in reality it was Greek philosophy that came from Egypt. So Africa, it always comes back to, the Greek philosophers that went to Egypt and got educated. But anyways, so it's like interesting that they want to grift on the Christians, and the Christians are so ignorant that they allow them to, take from them.
Mm-hmm. That is the hardest part. And like when we get to the root, like why is it so easy? Is it just the lack of education? Is it the desperate need to believe in something? Is it the lack of purpose? Why do you think it's so easy? Or, I mean, also to get that when you teach a child something growing up, most likely they're going to believe it because that's what they've been taught. And that's the only thing that they've seen. But like as you continue to grow up, what do you think makes you fall deeper into it? Opposed to questioning it, because we've obviously questioned it to some degree, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is indoctrination. I've spoken to a few reformed Zionists, and they were religious Zionists, so not political Zionists. But they grew up in America, and they were told that they were the chosen ones, that God picked them, and that was the righteous land, and that it was given to them. And it took them like literally talking to a Palestinian and seeing what was happening to them, not even just in this recent G side, but in previous conflicts, and then looking into it. And like, once you read about how this political Zionism came about in the 1800s and 1890, you figure out that this was a concept that a person that did not even follow Judaism, right, came up with.
Oh, I think you got cut off.
Oh, am I still going off?
You back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay, my bad. My bad. Yeah, that it took for them to speak to a Palestinian, and then kind of got that little seed of like, let me look into this, to figure out that political Zionism was something that was created by a non-J in the late 1800s, and that there was 32 different countries that they had proposed to create a Jewish homeland. So it wasn't always Palestine that was picked for them. Imagine these white tea Europeans coming up on panels trying to justify them being from Uganda. That was one of the lands that they had.
I'm hollering.
That's crazy.
Imagine.
Talking about Wakanda forever. What? I
What
was
the
just thinking
hell?
too. Everybody has an ego, and that's why it's important to be like death to ego. You have to put your ego aside because your ego will get you caught up in some shit, right? And I'm gonna give an example really quick. Before I get the example, the ego, you said something about you're the chosen one. People want to feel special, and their ego allows them to think that they feel special. And, Jesus chose you to be a part of this. What makes you so special opposed to the people who are born over here and are Muslim, or the people here who are Jays, the people here who are Buddhists? Like, you think Jesus would purposely set them up for fucking failure if Jesus is the guy or the man or the spirit that you tell him that you are? That's why I got to be unalive to ego. They know to play on people's ego because the ego is one of the hardest things to unalive. Even when you kind of dismiss it, it creeps back in at different times because people want to feel special. That is why we have all these contrarians who getting these views and getting these likes, finally feeling special and heard and seen because they've always wanted it. And they'll say whatever to get it, and they don't care who they have to throw under the bus. Now, I used to date this person a while back when I was younger, younger, not, and the motherfucker was crazy, like showing up in my job, showing up at my best friend's house, broke into my best friend's house because I wasn't answering the phone. I would literally have to park my car on the other side of her apartments because they would drive around and see if my car was there to see if I was there, right? My ego said, Jess, you're so amazing. They love you so much. They're so in love with you. They're obsessed. It's because who you are, which allowed me to stay in it because I'm feeling special because they're acting like they're obsessed with me. And I'm like, of course, I would be obsessed with me too. In real life, I would. But, bitch, your ego is going to get you unalived. The
Yes, you got
motherfucker
it,
is crazy.
girl.
The motherfucker is crazy. Yes, you are great. Yes, you are loved. But don't get so caught up in yourself that you think that, this is love. And it's not. That obsession is love. You need to check yourself and think and feel like, one, unalive your ego. And two, you need to tackle why you think why this is love. Why you even equating it or confusing it with such. Why does it make you even feel like you're loved? Because somebody is trying to control you and do all of these things. Like, you have to pay attention to it. So it'll get you in situations that make you feel like you're something that you're not. Like you're the chosen one. Like God was talking to you. Girl, that's your own fucking thoughts. Because the last bitch this motherfucker was with, they was doing the same crazy shit. And the next bitch this motherfucker was with, they was doing the same crazy shit. They're just crazy. Not crazy in love with you, just fucking crazy. So I think it's important to, yes, you have to be special to you. And you shouldn't need the validation because people will play on that and use you, and before you know it, you're in a cult. Go ahead. I think it was Saji that was about to say something. Somebody was.
Maybe Cece was gonna say something.
Go ahead,
I
Cece.
just said you got it like that because okay.
I think you're so
That man
right
was
about
going
it.
up the window. I was like,
It was crazy.
And I think it goes back to pride too, and just wanting to feel like the way that you're living is the proper way and the way that everybody should live, because that's, again, like what you were saying. I also think that, and I hope I don't offend anybody, but I think extremely religious people are kind of conditioned to not question things, because that's already how they have been brought up. I mean, how you become a Christian from being a child, that there's no way that you're going to come up with that on your own. Somebody taught it to you, and then you grow up hearing you can't question God, that you simply cannot do that. And so it kind of primes our brain for in the future to be able to be manipulated. So what I see for a lot of these religious people who are MAGA is that they simply were never taught to question things, to question information. So for them, it's okay, if something sounds right to me, that must be the truth. And I like this guy. I identify myself with this guy for whatever reason that might be. So it must be real. What he is saying must be true, and that's it. And so I think the deconstruction of being religious, not that people shouldn't be religious, but the deconstruction of the why, how am I here? Why do I think the way that I do is very important for other aspects of life.
I definitely I agree with that. And I feel like people need to understand that two things can be true at the same time. People, like you say, sometimes can if somebody said something right, that doesn't mean that everything they say is right. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. So you can agree with certain things. And the other shit you say could be wrong. And you could be right again. And that's the beauty in having conversation and being able to have discussion or agree to disagree, because yeah, I can agree with you here and then I can disagree with you on something else, or you could be wrong, or that may not be for me at the end at the end of the day. So I think that, and I when I was a kid, sometimes it's just in you. I ask questions, right? The only dumb question is the one you don't ask in my book. Because if I don't know something and I don't ask the question, I'm going to continue to walk around clueless. I rather either feel or look dumb for a quick second and get the information and be more knowledgeable moving forward than to never ask at all. So I asked so many questions. My daddy would be like, what are you writing? A book? Damn. I'm like, well, why this and why that? Because, we need to know. And I think it's important. I don't know about any other culture, but in the Black culture, you ask your mom and she's like, don't do what I do as I say, or don't ask no questions, just do it. And I think it's important to communicate with our children too with the why. Sometimes as grown-ups, we may tell them to do something and we don't understand the why because our parents just told us when we were young and we just pass it down and like just do it. Like why though? And I think it also to invokes critical thinking in our children to be able to explain the why and have the conversations about the why as well.
I agree. I was raised the same way, Jazz. Like, why are you asking so many questions? You're not supposed to and when it came to religion, you're not supposed to question God. And it was like, I'm not questioning God. I'm just having
I got a
questions about this.
question.
I got a question. Oh, and then did you okay,
I
let me
don't
stay on that.
understand. Just tell me.
Yeah, and literally, I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I literally went to nun school in Mexico. Like, I went to a school ran by a priest and nuns.
Oh
So we
my
would have,
gosh, me too.
oh my
In
God,
Colombia. In Colombia though, but me too.
in Mexico, but the religious trauma, like they would beat you with a ruler if you were wrong. I had to wear like this super tight ponytail with like a bow. I need to show you one of these days. We look like we're in a cult, and it would be so hot, and we had to wear these like plastic collared, like I don't even know, like things around your neck with a bow. It was really crazy. But yeah, it was always like you can't ask any questions. And it was like, well, how am I supposed to really understand it or preach it or whatever the hell if I don't understand it? And it was like, you're going to hell if you ask any questions.
So that's
But
what I'm supposed to tell people because their biggest thing is like bring people on, which sounds like either a pyramid scheme or because why do you have to unalive people and then there beat them into your religion? So when you try to bring people on and they're going to ask you the same questions that you're asking them, so you want me to tell them you're going to hell for asking questions? Is that going to
Yeah,
be
I
my
was raised the
comeback?
same way.
and
I
Jess, did you see all the posts today about the Jerusalem post? I just nicknamed it the delusional post because they're like the Fox News of Israel. And they made an article that said, is God an anti-Semite? I was like, what? Yes, they were like, because after all, why would God allow the Jays to be unalive for 2,000 years? They've lost their entire freaking mind.
What?
I'm not kidding. Look it up. It's crazy. It's in the Jerusalem Post, and it said, "Is God an anti-Semite?" It's like, what if God chose you to get bullied the whole time? You got it wrong. I don't know what to say. I don't have anything against the Jays, but
It's
I
that
really
picture
don't.
Skeptic put up.
No, not Jays, just Zionists. And well, for me personally. But you know what? Talking about questioning, I think it also makes people, adults, uncomfortable when a child or someone younger usually asks them questions, because it's not just that you're asking them a question, is that they have to question themselves, and that makes you uncomfortable, because it's just like, okay, I'm telling you to do this, and then my child asks me why, and it's just like, okay, why am I asking my child to do or not do this? So they question themselves, and that's an uncomfortable feeling. And it's okay for it to be an uncomfortable feeling, but I think we would really go a long way if we were okay explaining the why of things. Just a thought.
I
I
agree.
agree. I think that we need to understand that age doesn't mean you're smarter. Age doesn't mean that you're wiser. And we're continuously learning. There's always something to learn. You're not done learning until you're in the ground, right? Until you are unalived. Because even when 50, 60, 70-year-olds thought they learned everything, the cell phone came out. Now you have to learn how to use a cell phone. Now you have to learn how to text. Do you remember the T9 text? The way you have to put in text. Now you have to learn
Yes,
how.
the
Now you're
three
learning
clicks to say
slang.
like
Mm-hmm.
Our fingers were
So
strong.
right, so things are changing, ever changing. So, and people think that because I have children, I'm older. And yes, I am here to guide you, but children are here to teach you as well. Also to remind you the things that really do matter before society took over your life. Like they teach you as well. They help you grow because maybe society has groomed us to not ask, other people certain questions. It could be rude. It could be that. Not to be truthful, to say, oh, you might be gaining a little weight. You fat. I see your tummy hanging out. But your kids, they're going to give it to you raw. Sometimes you need to hear the truth because society is telling you shouldn't tell people the truth anymore. We should lie. They teach us with the little lies we should be telling each other. And I always say little lies turn into big lies, right? But they are also, and they're learning from the new lens, like as we experience evolution, you were born in this time and you understand that, but as things grow, like they are the ones who could teach you how to use a cell phone. These are just an example, but they're growing, they're learning in the social media time. They know the benefits that uh we could use during this time that may not work anyway when you were younger. Or how can we pair what you know to what I know? But we're too busy trying to be on top of somebody and tell you who you are and what you can and cannot do, instead of just continuously learning from one another, which I think is important.
that's a whole other conversation. We should have had that conversation when we were talking about toxic boy moms. Because I feel like, and this is gonna be a hot. It's not. I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but I feel like a lot of children have children just to have something to control or that they're
Yes.
able to control.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so not so much of a hot take, but
It
I
could
feel
be,
like,
but I agree. It could be, but I totally agree.
listen, and I got 4 kids, but I had a childhood where, I'm basically doing the whole opposite to my kids. I want them to question me because I should be able to, as an adult, to justify my explanation of why to do or not to do something. I should be able to regulate myself. I shouldn't have to, hit my children in order to calm myself down, right? And I should be able to advocate for myself and communicate with my children. For example, if I'm having a hard day, if I have a headache, instead of just becoming crazy and yelling at them or spanking them or putting them in timeout, to say, even if they're little, because I got kind of all ages, to say, hey guys, mommy has a headache today. I would really like if you guys whisper today. If we were not so loud, if you could turn on the TV. And I believe that will teach my kids to, when as they get older, to be able to question people and hopefully not put them in a situation where a grown-up takes advantage of them because they've been told, you do as I told you, because I told you so, and you can't say no, right? So, and to be able to advocate for their own feelings too.
Yeah.
If they don't want something or if they're upset, that they could communicate that too. So that's what I try to do. I don't think I'm the perfect mom. I don't think there's such a thing.
Right.
But
There
yes,
isn't.
but I do believe people have children sometimes just to have something like to mold them into what they wish they could have been. So I'm gonna end right there.
I totally agree. Welcome in, Janae. How are you?
What's going on, guys? How are you? I realized I couldn't go live on the burner because I was gonna see how many slurs. I was just playing. No,
Motherfucker.
Dead.
So yeah, I followed a few of y'all, but I'm gonna come back from the if you look on my profile, I did tag the burner
I just
in
followed you
my
back too.
main account. Yeah, so that other account is mine because the live's been kind of popping. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. So I just
Mm-hmm.
gotta back up.
Gotta be
But I
ready.
do want to I do want to piggyback off of what Sarge said though, because I'm gonna speak from a perspective of Black people, right? Because when you're enslaved, you are beaten to submission, right? So
Mm-hmm.
and you're told not to question anything, you don't have a voice, right? And so that's a generational thing that's been passed down and passed down and passed down. That's why nobody's questioning anything. And the only way they felt they could control something is the same way they were controlled, by being beat. Right. And so you've never been able to express your emotions when you're enslaved. And you know what I'm saying? You had kids, which you really did have an emotional attachment to because they were stripped from you, or y'all, you know what I'm saying, generationally, what's going on the plantation and like the separation of the families, right? So you know, it's really, I wasn't raised like that. I'm not sure where along the lines, because my mama said her grandmama was mean as hell, which is my great grandmama. But I mean, my grandmama was fairly nice. You know what I'm saying? But my mom did definitely allow me to have opinions and to say that an adult lied on me. I got to say, well, why? Right? Because most people will say, oh, because I said so, like y'all were saying before. But
Mm-hmm.
I've been able to use my voice, which I think when you allow your children to express themselves in a home, they feel they can always have a safe space in you, which is important. If your child does not feel safe or that they have a voice in their own home, that is how they become victims of many and all things, right?
Yes.
So my children can question me when I say something, or even sometimes I tell a fib, girl. I will tell a fib. I'll be like, I'm broke. And then my baby see me, I order food. And she'll be like, I thought you said you didn't have no money. Clocked it. I did say that. I did say that. You was right. I told a lie. And so I don't take it personally. I just know that it allows my children to know that they can come to me about anything when they feel uncomfortable, no matter who's making them feel uncomfortable, if that even includes me. And I think that is how you create strong human beings, but more so specifically women, because if women are silenced in workplaces, in relationships, in school. You know what I'm saying? Like in friendships, people often feel like if you're a woman, your voice doesn't matter, and it does. And so I was raised to have a strong voice as a woman, the same way my mom was, and I'm making sure that my children, who are daughters, my twins are daughters, so I'm making sure that their voice is equally, if not stronger, than mine.
Mm-hmm. Which is
As you
important.
should. And you're right. And you're right. I don't want to make it about myself, but yes, because you are your kid's first idea of what love should be
Agreed.
like.
I was wondering what was
Oop.
moving on my screen and down there, and I'm clicking on the. It was a video, but I'm like, I thought it was. Anyways, my bad.
No, you're good. I was gonna say it's. I agree with Janae because your parents are what teach you, or who teaches you what love should look like and what like relationships would look like at first, like any kind of relationship. And yes, you're right. Like if you have an abusive parent, you kind of grow up to be like, oh, this person like is being abusive, whichever way it is, either mentally, physically, or sexually. And you kind of like, they tend to make excuses, right? Because you're like, well, the people that first loved you were harmful in any kind of way. So then it's like, it's confusing for the kids. But, breaking generational shit here or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Welcome in, Bloomberg. How are you?
Peace. I'm good. I got a question.
Yes.
Well, we just had a discussion, and we realized that all the people doing, especially violent crimes, they eat starch, meat, or some kind of dairy in some form. And then the people out here doing on the plant-based diet and stuff like that, that's doing the stuff I'm doing, all of us, they don't got them kind of crimes. Nobody. And I did 12 years. I ain't seen not one dude that came in that don't eat no starch and none of that. And he had a violent crime or any kind of crime, period. Everybody that came through the system was eating meat, starch, or some kind of dairy.
I'm hopping out the car.
So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ate meat, starch, and dairy, and I've never committed a crime. Now what?
I didn't say the people. I said the people that's doing the crime. It's not about the people that don't. I mean, everybody that's doing crime is doing that. It's not about the. It don't affect everybody, but everybody that's doing crime is eating that. It's not about the ones that don't, but
But you
everybody
know,
that is doing that kind
correlation
of stuff.
doesn't mean causation, right?
And then everybody that don't do that is not doing that. See the math? You got to do
No,
the math.
I don't. Can you write
So
the
show me.
numbers down?
So name
Hold on.
one
Write
person
them.
that's on a plant-based diet that's doing crime. Name one person that's locked up for doing crime.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Name one person.
I don't know. I don't know a lot of criminals.
Exactly.
Boomber.
You ain't do. I did 12 years, and like I said, we had a discussion. I just did. I talked with dude that did 30 years. I got dude that did 25 years.
Okay, so a quick question,
we
Boom.
don't. We ain't meet
Boom,
now.
can I
One
ask you a
person.
question? Did you
Nobody.
have you stopped eating meat and dairy and wheat and shit like that? Have you stopped that? That's why you don't. Have you stopped eating meat and things like that?
Yeah, I've been stopped doing that.
Okay, so that's what's made you stop committing crimes? Is changing the diet? I'm just trying to get the recipe. Because if that's the case, I'm gonna make sure my children don't eat those things. Because I don't want them to be criminals.
Did you hear the question, Boom? She said, "Is that what made you stop doing crime? Because you stopped eating meat?"
What you mean made me stop doing crime? That's a rhetorical question.
No, it was a literal question because you said the people committing the crimes were eating meat and dairy. They were eating the eggs. They were drinking the milk. So I'm trying
and
to
that's a fact, and that's the truth.
So that's what I'm saying.
So you can't.
Are
All
you
right.
telling
So
me if we stop
that's
eating
the truth
those
right
things?
there. That's it. You got to deal with the truth.
Okay,
you can't ask no question to change the truth.
Hold on. No. She's not questioning your truth. She's asking you from experience.
No, that's for herself though.
No,
if she thinks that if she thinks that that's what that means to her, she don't got to try to make that mean that to me. I'm telling you the facts, and that's it. You deal with that.
Right.
You got to deal with the truth.
She's not making it mean anything to you. She's asking you from your perspective. She wants to know more about what you're saying, right?
Yeah. So let me phrase it differently. If we go, if I stay in a small town and I say, hey, I'm starting an initiative. We taking all the meat out the stores, all the dairy, all the wheat. That should be a crime-free area, correct? Because I've taken out those elements that make people criminals, or the criminals are eating those things. So if I remove them from an environment, would that make the crime go down? Is my question. I suppose is what I meant to say.
Oh, okay. Well, that experiment was done already, and yes, it will, because it's done in California, and Warren Buffett is teaming up with the dude again to do it in New Orleans. It's a dude that had $1 million. He took a community, all plant-based people, that holistic type people that ate the same way, no crime or none of that. And Warren Buffett got whiff of that, and he's gonna partner with him to do it again in New Orleans. That same experiment. So
they're probably just too tired and malnourished
and
to get
he
up
got
from
all
bed.
kind of people there. Every race comes there, not no one race. If you eat, it's just about the diet.
Okay, can you
tell
me
all that same community?
Okay, can you?
And they're going to do another one in New Orleans. So no crime does happen. It went on for 10 years and no crime.
Can you tell me what that city was? And
it was in California. Did it? The first one was in California.
State. Can you tell me what city it was?
That's what I'm talking about. The state. You know what I'm talking about.
No, what part of California is what I'm asking?
You gotta look. You gotta look. I gotta go back to that. That's old stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
But you look that up. That experiment was done already.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
10 years, no crime or nothing. Everybody eat the same, holistic, plant-based, none of that, no meat, none of that. It's already done already. And they're doing another one in New Orleans. They should have got it started already. You can check that out too. Warren Buffett. Look it up. Warren Buffett, and see who he partnered with to do
this. Okay, 1 second, Boomer. Give me a second. I'm gonna bring Emperor in, okay? Emperor, how you doing today, Queen?
I'm doing okay, love, and I just got home. I was driving earlier, so I thought that was a fake page. I thought that was Janae fake page. I thought it was somebody pretending to be Janae, because I didn't get a chance to look at it.
Nah, it's me.
But I just wanted to take us back on the prompt because Homeboy went all the way in middle field with that one. MAGA is not rooted in the teachings of Christ. Like, it's not about compassion or care or community at all. The MAGA movement is about control, domination, suppressing other people. No, I don't think you can be MAGA and be a Christian, to answer that. And I just wanted to piggyback off of what Janae and Saj were saying about children, and how religion is structured. a lot of kids are taught, and I was taught this way, like you don't question anything, you obey your elders, you respect your uncle, you don't talk back to adults. But what I was really taught was to ignore my intuition and to silence my own boundaries. And when we go, and I don't have kids, um, and those type of mindsets more so than often are passed on to your children. Like you're telling them to hug people they don't know just because it's Thanksgiving, and you're forcing children to be polite to family members that they don't even feel safe around. And then you shame them when they don't feel comfortable, or they're shy, or they shy away from it, they don't want to do it. Like we have to, as a community, we have to understand that that is not teaching children manners. That is teaching children victimhood. That is grooming kids to believe that they don't have the right to say no. And this is where those predators come into the communities and have a carte blanche blank check to do whatever they want to do. And the kids are like, well, I was taught to never do this and I was never do that. And that in itself is the danger of blind obedience, especially when it's cloaked in religion. And this is why I said earlier, and y'all were having a beautiful conversation the other day until that crazy man came in and ruined it again. I don't know what it is with the crazy man coming in and ruining the conversations, but
hold on. Which panel though? Because that happened to several of us in the last week. So
we were talking about religion.
Oh, okay.
And they called, it was on Jess's panel, and they called me up because we were talking about different spiritual systems and stuff. And you remember that? Okay.
They boom cousin.
Yeah.
They definitely related. For sure. I even asked him, did he know Boom?
And this is why I left the church, because and why I value African spirituality, because with every lesson that we have, there is a meaning behind it. I've never gotten a reading and they've told me you do it because we say so. We have what is called patakis, and the pataki will, if they tell you you can't drink if you can't see the bottom of the cup. Like this is one of the rules I have to live by. I can't drink anything I can't see the bottom of the cup. The reason I can't do this is because they gave me the bataki that says somebody could poison my food or put something in my drink. So I have to be able to see what I'm drinking at the bottom based on the spiritual sign that I got. And when we do this, like it is to teach us discernment, and we need to raise our children to listen to their own discernment as opposed to blindly following other people and other adults, because not all adults are created equal. And we already know 82% crimes committed against children, that you can't trust these people with your babies, and you can't teach your children to trust these people. And I'm gonna land my plane there.
It's a whole nother topic. I'm gonna state it, but I'm gonna keep moving. Also, it's important to teach these children that also to speak up against other children, because almost half the crimes that
you took it right out of my mouth. I was
sexual crimes that are committed against children are by other children, which is important. But we're gonna and you said you looked up this place in California. It didn't exist.
I did. It don't exist. I don't know what dude talking about. Warren Buffett is well known for eating McDonald's and drinking Coke.
Okay. Saji, was it Saji or Skeptic? I think one of you guys about to say something.
I was saying that's the scary part, to think that it could also be kids doing it, because I do know friends that were essayed by kids that are the same age. And you're right, because usually you tell them like to watch for other adults, but what if the kids, like a lot of the kids that are doing that is because they themselves have also been essayed. And especially like with the church and school and all of that, it's scary.
I'm gonna be honest. It makes me think about, like, it's two things I always bring back in conversation, because as a person who was mature for their age, that's why I didn't date as a 16-year-old, that man who was 23 in college coming to my school to pick me up. That always felt crazy because I was actually mature for my age. You see what I'm saying? But I always bring that up, and I always ask people, like on Twitter randomly, like, do y'all understand now why your mama didn't let you spend the night over people's house? You get what I'm saying? Like, and I have never actually, being alone and being lonely are not synonymous, right? So as somebody who pretty much grew up as the only child, my brother wasn't born until I was 15. Okay, I'm done at that point. I'm outside. But I feel like I know how to sit with being alone, right? And I don't have these relationships, or I really understood myself a lot better. But like, it never was strange to me to not go over nobody's house if my mama didn't know them or they didn't have a conversation, right? And and okay, it's a dad over there. No shade, I don't know that man. But
Mhm.
I be saying all the time, like, even going down to we gotta let our children know things. I think it's really important to make sure that your children stay children as long as they can, because society is going to strip childhood from children every which way, right?
Mhm.
So, um, just like simple things like, like stranger danger, right? As a parent, my kids, this might sound messed up, y'all, but my kids can't hang with other people's kids sometimes.
Mhm.
I know what the mama like. I see what the kid is like outside. And I see that baby at the playground. No shade. We not going down there. We're gonna do something else.
Yeah.
Amen. Because I know how other people raise their kids, and it's not about it being classist or elitist. But like, I can't raise your kid. Your kid's gonna come over here. That if my child got a bad habit, that's on me. They got it from me. Okay. But what my child not gonna do is go spend 48 hours at somebody else's house and come home twerking and digging at her Google Gaga. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just shit
Mhm.
I never seen before. I don't know about that. Cause I'll go to prison. That's fine for me. I'll go
Mhm.
to prison about mine, and I'll go 6 feet under about mine. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's more of a conversation that needs to be well rounded as far as parents being well aware of their surroundings, right? Like, my children, if the maintenance man come, or the electrician, you know what I'm saying, or the whomever,
Mhm.
my children do not come downstairs. Like, who don't ever go to the door. If there's a man in the house, I've seen girls who just run up to, and I don't know what's that about, right? Like, the daughter is wanting to sit on male laps. It's just like,
Yeah.
and I understand. I have a child that's more so like me. She don't really care about male energy. And then I have my other twin who like is really clingy to my stepfather and to my brother. And again, it's a troublesome space to be, right? Because it could be the people in your house and in your family, right? So you kind of live in a state of constant paranoia, right? Because it's like, oh, my stepdad would never, my brother would never, but hey, he a man, that he could for sure, right? So it's just, you have to create the safe space and equip your children with tools that when you are not around, right? Like, I can tell when I have ate my baby cookies and I be trying to be sneaky, and I don't know, some be up with my face. And my baby like, sit up real quick. Oh, my cookie pack empty. You see what I'm saying? You ate that. See, my kids be paying attention. And I think you just have to, outside of equipping them, you have to make sure you're equipped as a parent as well. It's like, who is around your children, what children are around your children. And I know we're in like a very detrimental state of capitalism where people working 2, 3, 4, 5, 19 jobs, and you barely can enter these personal spaces with your children. Everybody wants a village, but nobody is being a villager. And
Mhm.
so we're being in this generation of motherhood, we're in a place where everybody's expecting us to carry so much burden of the universe when other generations have had. Now, we had community, we had the old people in the neighborhood. My mama had 9 siblings. We had cousins. Everybody was at somebody's house. It was fine, right? But we're not in that time anymore. And so it's a little bit more stressful, and but for your children, you have to do more work because it is their birthright. It is our responsibility to mold the peace, joy, and happiness for them. And that even includes another parent, right? And that's a whole nother conversation. You don't have to co-parent with somebody who's disrespectful towards you. You don't need to co-parent with somebody who is an abuser or anything of the sort. And don't let your children be in a pop in, pop out dad situation. And again, that's for another day. But yes, it is okay for you to control who and what is around your children, regardless of what that may be.
Jeff, what brings you in today?
No, I saw the funny pictures. I like funny pictures too, so I thought I'd come in and put some up.
Oh, just for you came in for pictures. Did you want to answer the
Yeah,
prompt?
I just wanted to put some funny pictures up.
Okay, we're having the conversation. Did you want to answer the prompt?
I can't read it. It's too dang small for
Oh,
me.
can you be MAGA and be Christian? Is it you can't read because it's small? You just can't read.
It's too small. You're in a little tiny screen.
So you
Can
didn't read it
anyone hear
before
me? What
I
on the
just
screen?
got to the tiny screen. I saw you in the inbox when it was a big screen. So you couldn't read then?
I
Is
I
that the
didn't read the
no?
prompt. What was your prompt say?
So you just can't read.
Do you want to tell me what it says? Or you can put it on a big screen and I can read it out loud?
No, I mean I was on the big screen when you decided you wanted to come up, which means I'm assuming you read it.
Like I said, I just saw the funny pictures. I thought they were, funny, so I wanted to put some funny pictures up.
Yeah, they're fucking hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
Here, I'll put
Okay,
some
can you
other
be
ones here.
MAGA? Are you Christian?
What do you think of this one?
Are you Christian?
Yeah.
Are you MAGA?
I mean, I voted for Trump.
Do you regret your vote?
Oh God, no! Are you kidding me?
Right. So you support the guy that's protecting the PDFers?
Is he?
Well, he said he was going to release the file, and now we can't get the release of the files.
Actually, I can answer that question. You said, is he? So it was just released that the FBI redacted his name out of the files, right? So do you know what redacted means? That means it was in there. And so redacted, we're taking it out. So yes, it was in there. It is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he's also paying a lawsuit to a woman he essayed, found liable for. So yes,
whoever's in my live, can y'all just let me see. Am I on Jeff yet? Never mind, I got it. Let's block Jeff. Can y'all block Jeff?
Wait, you don't like my pictures?
You can't read. You're not equipped for this conversation. You don't have any
What?
morals.
I got these good.
Yeah, thank you. You're not equipped for this conversation.
Got you. Sorry, I'm like trying to drink my Jamaica.
No. You good? You're driving.
And
you're driving. Who's next? Uncle Maga, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey. Uncle Maga,
Hey.
do you know what the prompt says?
No, I can't see it.
Were you listening?
No, I just got here.
Can you be Christian and MAGA?
Yeah, you can.
How so?
Well, to not be MAGA would to be all for like gay marriage and stuff, and that's not very Christian.
Where does it say that two men can't get married, two women can't get married?
I mean, it says in the Bible that it's an abomination, right?
Can you tell me which scripture?
No, I'm not a Christian.
So you don't know. Then you can't tell me you can be Christian.
Well, I know that that's in there.
You don't. Right? You know. How do you know something that you don't know, sir?
What?
You don't know it's in. Where is it in the Bible? Tell me. I can pull it up.
I mean, that's something that a lot of people repeat, right? It says
so you're a repeater. You're a repeater.
Yeah.
You're a leader.
Well, aren't we all, right?
No, we're all not.
You're a follower, not a leader. So you don't know if they can be Christian or MAGA because you don't know what it means to be a Christian.
I mean, what's the big deal? Are you a Christian?
No.
Then how do you know so much about something that you're not? Aren't you just being a phony?
Because you can understand Christian values and then
me too.
Yeah, okay, but we asking you questions about it. We're asking you what scripture and where about, like, because we're gonna, combat your argument. So if you don't have anything to combat, because we have facts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we have facts, so that's not regurgitating valid,
including the Bible. Tell me where it says that, sir.
I'm asking you, are Christians pro-gay marriage?
The people, that's what I'm saying. They're not real Christians. That's why I know.
Like, it's a simple yes or no question.
No, they're not Christians. That's what I'm saying. They're MAGAs. They're not Christians. If we're talking about Christianity and we're talking about the Bible in which they're supposed to live their life, the real Christians, right?
Who are you to say?
If say you're a Christian, that means I follow this Bible. I follow this rhetoric. I follow this religion. This is my way. This is my way of life, right?
Right.
That's why you call yourself a Christian, because I follow. But if you are not following what's in the book, or you're just making up shit and claiming it to be Christian, it's not right. That's not correct. Then it's not real, right?
But you're saying people are just making up shit even though they read the Bible?
You literally just made up that two men cannot get married. It's an abomination, and it's in the Bible, and you don't even. No, I said you just made that up.
I said they're not supposed to lay together. It's an abomination.
No, you said two men can't marry each other.
It also doesn't say that in the Bible, Macca.
Yeah,
and since you like to repeat things, can you repeat those job numbers that just came out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna believe those job numbers. It's the fucking second of the month. Like they don't know that.
Okay, so let me ask a serious question. When you guys come on panels to debate, right? Because it's not to gain any information or to understand the other thought process of people, which is the only reason you guys are allowed to come in spaces with people we have opposing thoughts and views of things. And so we would like to get into the mind of why you guys feel that way, right? But you guys are never coming in to receive information or understand the views of other people. No. Okay, so what is the point? That is my question. Exactly. Because if we're giving you hold you 1 second, if we're giving you valuable information, and you say, well, that's not. She just said we know the job numbers came out. That is a actual fucking job that people do.
That's not something you put out. That's something.
But she just asked you about those numbers, and you said you're not going to believe a person whose job is working in data. So what are we ever getting to as a repeat offender? Because you said you're a repeater. If you are a repeater, and a person is giving you actual facts, why do you guys not repeat facts but bullshit?
Honestly, Maga, this is just. Can I say something real quick?
Yeah,
Maga, the way that you are expressing yourself
can
is
you
really.
Just give me a second to finish my point, please?
Oh, yeah, of course.
So Uncle Maga, the fact that you said that the jobs report just came out, and that it's not accurate shows me that you don't know what you're talking about. And you're again, excuse me, I'll explain it to you. Do you know why the jobs report includes 3 months of data and why they do it at for 3 months? Do you understand why statisticians do that?
Enlighten me. Why?
No, I'm just confused because you said that you don't believe it. So if you don't believe it because it just came out at the beginning of the month and you don't know why it comes out on the first Friday of the month, that's really odd to me. It's because the labor of the Bureau of Labor, the Bureau of Labor Statistics does 2 revisions of the job stats. And the reason for that is because statisticians understand the importance of right? And so they come out with an estimation. Okay. And how we understand when the stats come out of labor, right, is that usually with the revisions, it's not supposed to be a huge change from what they guesstimate the numbers are going to be. Okay. And they also combined with a large amount of loss. All right. And you laughing shows that you don't understand math and you don't understand what I'm explaining.
Can you mod me real quick?
Right, totally.
So again,
I see.
So they do 2 revisions so they can say, okay, this was our estimation. Okay, this is how close the numbers are to the estimation. We do another revision, right? They do 2 revisions of it, right? And what we know is you go back to 2008 October job report, right? Right before the huge crash. Same thing happened. The revision comes out and it's way off base. Not only are the numbers a huge loss, right? But also the statisticians are not politicians, right? Their job are numbers. The importance of this bureau being accurate, and especially the head of the bureau doing her job, is important. And what's concerning about this is, of course, it's a political position. I would have respected him more had he come out and said, I fired this woman because she's a Biden appointee, right? Fair enough. It's a political position. You got that. But no, that's not what this man did. This man came out right after the report that shows that it's dismal. And what this dismal report is showing us is that the tariffs are the reason and the issue.
I'll be honest, I spaced out so hard.
Excuse me.
Please stop listening.
Excuse me, Field White. Excuse me, Field White.
Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. They can't take facts.
I just wanted to mute the mic. I wasn't going to drop him or nothing. But my point, I think I had a valid question. What is the point when y'all come up here? So I do want to tell the chat, right? Because I understood when Casso was saying something. It don't matter what he said. But I typed in the chat because I understand everybody going to get upset. And it's like, they literally are coming up here to antagonize us and to get attention. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Don't chat. I know everybody, listen. if we get the hooting and hollering, then they get excited. You see, he was okay. Nobody's feeding into that shit, right? I'm asking him questions. Oh, I don't want to do that. Blah blah blah. Soon as Panda started talking, okay, get it out. And she wasn't reacting to it, but I know the reaction of I needed to mute the mic because he was trying to get a reaction. So you asked, what's the point of having conversations? Because you said you're an offender of repeating things, a repeat offender. Okay. However, whenever you say, oh, well, this is the data, these are the facts, they say, well, I'm not going to listen to that. So what the hell are you here for? I just want somebody to be open and honest to come up here and say, hey, drop a hard ER, right? Say you don't like, say the blacks. Just say you don't like us.
Yeah.
Just say, I feel like y'all need to be back in the field. Are you unqualified? Just whatever. Just do that. But coming up here and trying to engage in conversation, and then when people are asking you the very basic of the conversation, and you're saying, "Oh, well, I don't know about that." What the fuck is you up here? And then asking me how I know? I know because there's information on it, but you don't want to hear the information. Oh, I'm not listening to that. So going back to children, indoctrination, just believing whatever the fuck, no strong will, no thought process of their own, just a penny in a fucking can rattling. That's not who we arguing with.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You come up here. Why are you coming up here then? You're not equipped to have this conversation. We're not going to yell at you. We're not going to give you what the thing it is that you're looking for. We're going to keep spitting out facts. We're going to ask you questions that make you challenge your own rhetoric. Like, where in the Bible does it say that? Could you find it for me, please? I'm going to leave you rattled when you leave because you're going to be wondering why the fuck you said what you said. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm just going to ask. And then if you can't take it, you'll run because guess what? You don't like the facts. You don't know what statistician is. You don't even know what the abomination is. You just know bad, very bad, very bad, very, very, very bad. It's a bigly sin. No,
Bigly.
We're not going to be yelling at y'all. We're going to ask questions. We're going to give you facts and that's it. And you can't take it, you can leave. I'm not giving you the satisfaction to give you my energy, baby.
Because you fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me.
Can't
fool
fool
me.
me
Can't
again.
get fooled again.
Okay? I don't understand why they're so obsessed with the LGBTQ people.
They're gay.
Because
so obsessed, so much so that they will misquote that Bible even though they know that's not what it says.
Yeah.
They're not misquoting a Bible. They don't know a scripture.
They don't.
Just
they
FYI,
don't even
I'm
read
not
it.
I'm not a Christian. I grew up in a non-denominational Presbyterian church. Like, so I went to non-denominational and I was Presbyterian when I grew up. Okay, cool. I stopped going. It wasn't like it wasn't beating us over the head for real, right? And now my mom is married to my stepdad, who is a pastor. I know the book. One of the best fiction novels written of all time. I'm sorry for y'all. I didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I love a good Harry Potter book too. I love a Camelot. Okay, the Holy Bible's up there with that, right? But y'all don't know that. And then when you say, okay, well, if you're not Christian, I know it because I read the fucking information. I'm not a mathematician, but I know formulas. Damn.
That part.
More, I feel like more atheists know more of the Bible than these Christians. And that's because they're reading it. They were looking for answers. And most atheists have been Christian, right? They went looking for answers. It wasn't making sense. Well, like, let me read the whole, because you know what they'll tell you need context. Well, let me read this whole motherfucker to see if I can find the context.
Literally
and
me.
Still fucking confused.
Muslims know more about the Bible than Christians do.
Right? And like, I'm not getting in this shit.
That is very much true, because when I was doing when I was protesting for Gaza and stuff at my university and stuff, when I was there at the time, a lot of my friends who were Muslim at the time were telling us stuff about the Christian narratives and how they're even trying to spin all of this stuff for Christianity, for Judaism, even we were talking about that earlier today. But I wanted to say, in regards to it, it's very interesting as a former Christian, Baptist Christian at that. A lot of y'all never actually tell the full scripture in of itself. Y'all like to placate around to actually spin your narratives the way you need it. And a lot of it comes from your own self-conscience in of itself. The fact that you're not even a devout Christian enough that you have to hate on somebody else to make yourself feel better about the fact that you don't know enough about Christianity. Just how the previous person came up here and said that I don't know anything about Christianity, but then probably could never spell abomination besides YOU.
Come on, heavy on the YOU, and which is why I think everybody needs therapy. Because why do you have to put your neck foot on somebody else and put somebody down to feel worthy, to feel better? Like, why don't you feel good in your own skin, your own body, as it is, as it stands alone, not compared to the next person, not compared to what they do? Because then you wouldn't feel like, oh, I need to, oh, if as long as black women at the bottom, I feel better than somebody. And I feel like also too, a lot of humans on the quote unquote hierarchy, right? Um, like, oh, like black men right above us. Some black males are like want to keep black women down because if they come up, then that puts me at the bottom. But why do you feel like you're only worthy if somebody is underneath you? And
Inferiority complex disguised as superiority, because I'm going to
Mhm.
use this example. If everybody who feels that way, where you have to keep your foot on somebody's neck, you know that if we had a track meet and everybody's lined up at the same time and they say run us to your mark, get set, go, and we get the equal opportunity to dust at the same time, to get out of a starting block, to run a 100-meter dash, we have the equal opportunity, right? You'll lose. So the only way you can win is to have a 3-second delay on me starting,
Mhm.
because you know that equality for you is oppression because you do not measure up. And that's not my burden to bear.
And
That's something you have to sit with and get better at.
okay, I got you. I'm gonna say this, and then Naquan, and then Cammy, I seen your hand up in the chat too. So I'm after I say this, Naquan, then Cammy. And what hurts even worse is when you take your 3-second head start, and I still beat you. You might as well should have stayed at the beginning and be like, oh, you won, because it feels worse to know that you got a head start, a 400-year head start, and still get dusted. Naquan, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh my God!
Thank you,
I'm
Kenzie.
Hello.
I'm not up here long. Just wanted to do a quick mod. First and foremost, let's get to 75K in the next 20 minutes. Also, friendlies, when you request that, remember to go automatically on mute, and we cannot overtalk people because we do have people that are in the community that are hard of hearing. So if 3 people are talking at once, they can't tell what we're saying. And we're not arguing with Phil Whites no more. We're not arguing with bigot people no more, because the original test in the Bible said men shall not lay with male. Homosexuality wasn't coined as a phrase until fucking 1960 something. So it's no way that Jesus was talking about homosexuality when it wasn't a fucking word yet.
And it was boy. You shouldn't lay
But it
with
was
the
boy.
kids.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was talking
But they
about
had to take that out because most of the
yo,
priests are like to lay with the boys.
Yeah, they
exactly.
should.
Clock it.
CMs.
Like it's
Oh.
not. It's not.
Not
People
just
keep saying that.
clocking it. That was crazy.
So it was talking about it was talking about the religious leaders,
Mm-hmm.
to say the least, because that's who's actually doing it. 1946. Sorry, thank you for correcting me. It's the religion leaders they was talking about. The religious leaders wanted a way, a loophole, to say the least, to feel like they're not sinning. Yeah, it was talking about y'all. But
Thank you
again,
so much, brother.
on request up, please go on mute. We cannot. We have people with hard of hearing in our community that use what the hell they call that shit?
Closed
The
caption.
screens pop up on their words. So if 3
Uh
people are talking,
yeah. There's some people are using the closed caption.
yeah.
Or yeah, the thing, yeah. TDD, TDTTD, whatever. But
So
yeah.
if 3 people are talking, they're not going to be able to tell what we're saying. We're here to educate. We're not here to argue.
Thank you.
I'm not arguing with Phil Whites no more. You can't argue with people that they fucking lips look like monkeys.
That part.
I'm just, and I love y'all. I will be in the
I love you
comments.
too. Thank you so much. Get some try some coconuts from my brother in the chat, you guys. I appreciate you. Go really quick. Always the best way to support the live via Cash App Venmo. Today's goal. Yeah, we haven't touched today's goal today. I appreciate you guys. I didn't go live personally yesterday, so we didn't get a chance to hit yesterday's goal. But I think CJ. Cammy, go ahead, Lon.
Yeah, so besides the fact that I'm not religious myself, I do think it's very in line for MAGA and Christianity to have ties together. And the reason why I say this is because historical context tells us that Christianity has been used to oppress people. Christianity has been used to justify many, many awful things in this world. So I am not surprised that, it's tied together. What I am surprised is, again, the cognitive dissonance that they continue to use their scripture to tell others how to live and how to behave in their personal life, but they don't use it to dictate their own lives because, let's be honest, there are some parts of the scripture that are good. There are parts that speak about or against xenophobia, that speak against nationalism, that speak against wealth and greed, that speak against cruelty and injustice, but they forget to use those scriptures that could very well be used against this whole administration that we have currently. And that is the part that still baffles me to this day.
One, I agree. Two, I seen somebody. What's the goal? Oh, Fridays is 333. You guys. I don't. I know it's real small up there, so you can't really see the box. But I don't. I stopped putting it up because sometimes it seemed like they were kind of shadow banning a girl when you put numbers or Cash App or Venmo up there. So it'll be. But we'll keep you up. I'll definitely keep everybody updated. But yeah. Thank you, babe. They removed those things. They removed. Somebody said something about are you the ones? Thank you guys for the crowns. I appreciate it. Somebody said something about are they the
Just
ones? Go ahead.
did you want me to talk about, because I know I mentioned it earlier about the whole stuff about him moving ships over to Russia area?
Check cash up says thank you. Hold on, give me 1 second. Hey, shout out to Naquan. I appreciate you, my brother, for the $20 that said, let's get this goal moving. Okay. Let's get this go moving.
CJ, once you talk about that, I know somebody who's in the Navy, so I'm gonna piggyback once you're done.
Can I see some
I just
coconuts?
wanted to
Thank
say,
you.
oh, my bad. I just wanted to say to Jess, I don't know why I knew those two facts independently, that it meant do not lie with boys, and then that the priests were the ones committing the most child SA. But when you said they omitted it and they changed it so that they could get away with it, I don't know why, even though I knew both things, like you just blew my mind.
Yeah, because
when you said
y'all,
that.
how many, especially Catholic priests, or people high power in the Catholic Church get caught with little boys? They want to condemn you for being LGBTQ and loving who you want to love and spreading love, but they can still hold their position after being found with so many little boys, children, especially. And the fact that they're majority little boys too, not only just children, but majority little boys, which is sick. I do want to know really quick too, CJ. You said something about some ships. I did want to know that though.
Yeah, so the Trump administration had got word of what the president, because originally he had, we all got the message from Truth Social that he moved 2 nuclear submarines, or big boom booms, submarine to Russia, because the former president had made a reference to something that was talking about an unalived hand. It's a quote. It's a quote as a secretive reference to them locking their nuclear boom booms, getting ready to launch them. And so he took that. I don't think that he even really noticed anything. He's too stupid to kind of notice anything. I think it was his generals who probably told him something, and then he just gave them the go just to do it. So I don't even think, when it comes down to it, that he was the one that necessarily made the move. It was somebody else who had to inform him about that position. But again, all of this was, a lot of it was speculation. A lot of it was just them talking. But to be honest, what the Russian president, or former Russian president, had said to him was really that what clocked him was that he said, we are necessarily now making, not only just we as Russia, but China and many other different countries are now making United States move. We are always, and always should have been, the country that everyone else moved around for us, because we are quote unquote the strongest nation. But now all of a sudden China is making deals, Russia is making deals outside of that, and and Russia and them kind of know this, and that's what the Russian president had made the statement that we are now making the United States move, and we will continue doing what we want to do because we are making the move. We are the pretty much the top dogs right now. But right now, a lot of it is speculation, but this speculation has now led us to moving a lot of very no new wars situation kind of popping up, you know?
You said prior
Uh,
president.
the, the prior president. So it's not oh boy in Russia now. It was the
Who?
prior president of Russia that made a statement. So that's when he like in the True Social post, he's not talking about black. He's not talking about like
Yeah.
VD VP. He's not talking about him. He's talking about the prior president made some statements about him. Now I will say this right because there's only we know what Oya comes up here and she says certain things. She can't tell. They can't tell us certain things, right?
Right.
However, I have a friend who is in the Navy, right? So she has not been on a ship in many of years, probably like 4 to 6 years at this point. And so she got deployed recently, right? And so they don't tell them at all where they're at on ships because loose lips sink ships, right? So she technically doesn't know where she's at, but she did make a video because she is on this app and she's pretty popular on this app. But she made a statement where she was like, because everybody was like, "Are you going to WAR?" Like, saying like, "What's going on?" She doesn't know. However, she was making sure we knew that she was on a WAR ship. Right? There's no reason to deploy people who haven't been deployed. People are being deployed who haven't been deployed in years. Okay, in my Trump voice. However, they're not only deploying them on ships, they're deploying them on WAR ships. So yeah, yeah. So do with that information
As you will.
as you will. Yeah.
1 second, I was about to say thank you, Taylor, for the $3 on thank you for the $3 donation to make it even. I appreciate you. Drop some Mickey Vicky coconuts for Taylor in the chat to go towards today's goal. I made it 310, you guys. What up, Jamal? How you doing? Welcome in. What I was about to say something about that what you just said. I don't know. I
About
lost
the
it.
ships, about the ships and the WAR, them being WAR, and the former president. And let me say this because maybe you'll remember your train of thought as I say this. I also don't believe that it has shit to do with the former president's statement, right? Because it doesn't matter. He doesn't have any control, right? It's about BP, who's been Vladimir, right? That's who's been embarrassing the shit out you. That's been
He
who's
sure have.
that's been who's manipulating you. That everybody has used him, right? That we knew this is going to collide, right? There will be so many casualties of WAR in many scenarios. I don't necessarily mean literally, but you get what I'm saying? There are going to be so many casualties of this WAR of this administration, right? People losing healthcare, people will lose their lives. There's going to be so much that happens because there is a battle of egos, right? I knew that day Elon and them was going at it. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. What did y'all think was going to happen? Because it's just a whole bunch of money and power hungry people competing to be the best. You know what I'm saying? So like, I knew that was going to happen. He's not addressed any disrespect from Putin. He's never addressed any of that. However, Putin has habitually embarrassed him online, posted videos of like a mega screen of his wife. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of embarrassment, and instead of actually going directly at a target, which he has never done. That's why I think him even talking about like, oh, we doing this just in case because the former. Why would you do that? Because who the former president gonna deploy on you? What would the former president be doing?
I'm confused because VP's been in power for over 25 years. Why is he concerned with
That's my point. Exactly.
What
That's
Medvedev
exactly the
has
point.
to say? He has no power. Medvedev has been gone since 2000 and what 2000.
What do you think it is?
Like I said, I think it's because he can't go after that man.
Because that man gonna get on your
That
ass.
man, that man don't play. That man gonna get him. And I just want everybody to be mindful, right? Like, because I had somebody a mutual DM me about like I've seen a lot of posts that are to me fear mongering, right? Because if you overload people with like devastating information with no plan of action, that is fear mongering to me by definition, right? Telling me, oh, y'all thought shit was bad before, it's about to get worser. And then you don't say anything else, right? That shit is crazy. I want everybody who is black and brown to tap into being black and brown for just 1 second for what I'm about to say.
Mhm.
Be very mindful. You've been at the bottom. You have never been the people that anything that was legislation was going to help. You've been survivors. Yeah. Oh, now that big, large napkin American creators are losing their pages, it's out of nowhere. Oh, people who are left leaning content, they taking everybody page down. What do you mean? I done seen Dwight Thomas. I mean, Dwight, is his name Dwight? Anyway, I done seen a gazillion black creators lose their page, get stripped out of the creative fund, flagged on comments. Meanwhile, I was on a panel yesterday where somebody dropped a hard ER 3 times.
Yep.
Meanwhile, they get away with murder. See, and even what's happening now, it only us being on the what is it, so like the human rights watch list, that is only happening because it's happening to somebody else who not black.
Tree. Go ahead.
So I want y'all to understand, when you get overloaded with information, the people who are delivering the information have never struggled. They've never been oppressed. It has never been a target on their back. So now everything is a red siren alarm because it is happening to them.
Mhm.
You've been underpaid. You've been not knowing how. You've been having $20 and feeding your family of four for a week till you get your next paycheck. You've
Right.
been paying behind. You've been not in the jobs that the jobs that's done. You were never in those jobs. You've been denied your health care. Healthcare has never been a safe space for you as a black woman. Please remember, because it's very hard to be emotionally sound. Now, I'm not saying shit not bad right now, but I do want y'all to know they experiencing light work. They're not even experiencing shit yet. The thought of them being broke, the thought of them being hungry, it got them scared as hell. I've been broke and hungry more than I have not.
Mm.
And so many black and brown people have. And I just want you to know, when they start talking that shit, before you tap into sorrow, before you tap into sadness and depression and helplessness, you've been here before.
Mhm. Don't let them even take you there. Like you don't know what the fuck to do. Like,
Can I
baby, you
say
don't know how to
something?
soup up some motherfucking
Facts.
ramen noodles. Bitch, like you don't know how to get a
For
gourmet
real.
fried bologna sandwich. Bitch, are you kidding me? What are you talking about? Anyways, somebody said they want to say something. Who was that?
I did.
Go
I,
ahead,
I
love.
did. I just want to say, let's call this what it is. Like, this is not about some sort of W strategy or defense. Like, this is a bunch of grown men playing a global penis measuring contest
Yes.
with submarines and soldiers. This is what they call the ultimate game of G.I. Joe for these fools, okay?
Mhm.
They're playing W games with real lives, like his Call of Duty, but the consequences aren't virtual. People actually are going to be unalived.
Mhm.
So him moving those ships, not because it helped anybody, but because he's trying to prove that he's tough. Because he was mad that VP clowned him. Medevit, I can't pronounce his name, but the dude with the M name flexed on him. And now
Mhm.
he's out here puffing out his chest. Like, these are a bunch of grown men puffing out their chest like they teenage boys in a locker room.
Yep.
And they're calling it foreign policy. Meanwhile, who's actually paying the price? The people. That we have the citizens of Ukraine, Russian soldiers that are forced into conscription, working class Americans who are footing the bill, and families losing their homes, healthcare, and peace. And this is just a total toxic masculinity with nuclear weapons. This is not diplomacy. This is a bunch of YT men and their ego, and the body count is going to rise while they sit there safe, barking orders from their bunkers and their boardrooms. So I don't understand what is going on in them. I just don't get it.
The average
Hold on, really quick.
lifespan.
Oh yeah, thank you for the 1K dono. I appreciate you. I made it to my destination. Love y'all. Bye. Have fun. I appreciate you. I love you so much. Thank you for the $20. Oh yeah. So that I love you so fucking much. Okay. We have 280 left on the go. That was the message. It said, thank you for the 1K donut. Oh
Girl,
yeah.
you spooked me. I said $1,000. I was gonna cut my camera on and be naked. Okay, I was gonna lose my page. I got a backup. $1,000.
Put your pussy on live for $1,000.
$1,000.
Oh yeah, I love you so much. Okay, be careful. We have 280 left on it to go tonight. I appreciate y'all for being here. Somebody was about to say something next before I accidentally cut them off.
I just want to remind people that the average life expectancy of a Russian soldier on the front lines right now, and the whole thing that they got going on with the blue and yellow flag people, is 11 days.
Wow.
11 days. So like I think like also we have to understand that we have a president in place that doesn't understand that on paper Russia looks good, but we've learned a lot during this bullying that they're doing about their military, and about the fact that since 1989 they've been lying about their capabilities, what they have, their supply chain. I like to remind you that a third of their air force was knocked out by drones, like 4 or 5 months ago. So I think not having a president that puts that in perspective and can't stand up to VP, knowing that, as opposed to other presidents that I think understand the importance of diplomacy, but also putting their foot down when VP is posturing, because a lot of it is that. And reminding them of these numbers that, this is what's happening, as Emperor said, when we put men in place and they play W games like it's Call of Duty. 11 days.
Y'all try some coconuts for Candy as well. Thank you for the $20 donut. Said this is to help the gold and keep it moving. Drop some coconuts for Candy. Thank you, baby. Just like in there.
I was also going to mention as well.
Wild. Hey, Blue.
Why did y'all make me? Oh my bad. I was gonna say, why did y'all make me blow Oya a kiss?
Like $1,000. That was fucking hilarious. I did Hector like that. I would send him $10, and the message said, "Thank you, Jess, for the $1,000." Something. But yeah, that I thought that was hilarious. Hey,
redacted.
Blue, how you doing?
You sent that to who? Redacted. Let's keep it redacted.
Yeah, I sent that to somebody. I don't even know.
Okay, I don't know.
CJ, I think you're about to say something too.
Oh yes. Lord have mercy. I'm over here doing my own teleporting currently. And it is very interesting when it comes down to this. As someone who's worked in the government for a member of Congress and everything, a lot of this right now is also to scapegoat away from the fact of what's currently going on the floors. Like, let's be clear. There has been, it was a Republican congressman who brought up the fact that there was over 4,750 wired transfers between between Trump and
Island boy.
Not the island boy. Shut the fuck up. Get out of my face. Ew. No, I can't. I really only made me gag in real life.
And that was just with one bank.
And that's just one bank. And then also, mind you, that is also in coincide with the fact that he could not get any of that federal fund. He could not get any of that money from an actual bank here in the United States because he went bankrupt so many times. So he had to embezzle that money from another foreign country. So we're talking about like very much our national security being at risk with someone who's embezzling money with other countries.
Allegedly.
My thing is just we are here to, I guess, like we're down with calling, I guess, our own people out. My biggest concern is when are you going to start calling out your people? Like I'm all for calling out like people. I saw earlier the guy was using like AOC and many other different people to try to get us a reaction. I was not happy with Kamala during her administration, but I'm not gonna sit up there and say, I'm gonna do a protest vote. Like that shit don't
Kamala
work
didn't
for
have an
us.
administration though. She wasn't president. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. My thing is just if we are going to be able to start calling our people out, we're, and you want us to be quote unquote, we're on the Democratic plantation, as some of the blaggers would say. When are you going to get out the Republican plantation? Because it was them who wanted you on the plantation originally. So go ahead.
And you over there doing the master's work.
Actually, let's not spend time calling out our people, right? Because as Jamal would say, like this has to do with the what is the accountability archive, the AAs, whatever. That's bullshit, right? It doesn't really matter. Harriet Tubman left niggas behind, so will I. That's the easiest
I'm right
thing
there
I'm
with
ever
you.
gonna
Bye.
do. That's the easiest
She kept
thing
the
I'm ever
peace
gonna
on
do.
her for a reason. It wasn't.
Period.
They said it wasn't
Because
for the white folk. It was for their own folk.
Yeah, I knew who was gonna tell about the map and the cornrows, and they was never coming with me. The point, what we really should be doing right now is building community. That's what I'm doing. Focus on the people, because let's be realistic, right? If we're just gonna take the numbers, right? Because I know this Denise talks about this, but I just want to reiterate this point. But because I say this, and you should know this anyway, 92% of women, right? Black women voted for Kamala. We were voting for everybody's rights, right? So that leaves 8%. I have no interest in calling out Candace Owens.
Yeah.
I have no interest calling out the fucking minority of my group who does not matter, right? And we just talk about the people who voted, because there are other reasons people don't vote, right? That's another conversation. But if we're just talking about the demographic of people that voted, that means 92% of my community wanted change and will listen to how to implement change. That is who you focus on, right? Now, as far as brown people calling out they folks, because that number was crazy and shit like that, that's different, okay? Y'all do need to talk to your folks. We don't have to talk to a minority of our demographic, right? We have to worry about shielding ourselves from the fallout of what is about to happen. So let's not even spend our time on a blagger or FBA or ADOS panel. They don't matter. What matters is strengthening what has always been here or what was not here so that we can survive and thrive as we always have. So fuck them.
I agree. And Janae, to that, I'm only going to speak for my people momentarily because I had to go look at the exit polls. And if you guys have any other number, you can contradict me. But they said 63% of Mexican women, and I don't know if Skeptic has a different number, voted for Harris. Now, I know a lot of the people that didn't vote were for different reasons. We've already discussed them before. But I'm hoping, because there is a lot of change, I'm hoping, because we've been having conversations with them, like Casso says, that a big chunk of them will turn around and do the right thing, because now they're being forced to learn all of these different things, right? But
I hear you, but they was calling us hardy yards yesterday. Just
girl,
a little pushback.
Well, you know, I didn't know.
No, I know. I'm not saying this about you personally. We can do that all day. But the reality is that historically speaking, POCs have never aligned with us, right? So I don't, and even doing the subcategory of what group voted, I don't like that. This has nothing to do with you. But like, oh, well, it's 63, but I don't care that it was 60. We didn't see the numbers wasn't broke down like that, right? So let's be clear. If it was 57, like even with white women, if it was, 57% of us, and then the 40, it don't matter. That means 1 out of 10 people, half of y'all is weird. I don't have time to figure out who is the weirdos. I just stay away from the whole group because half the group voted to harm my people. Everybody else gets to not live in generalization while black people are generalized. Everybody gets to have this individualistic thing or a subcategory of shit while black people are the whole demographic of black people. The entire diaspora is grouped off of the one action of one black person. So no, everybody does not get to subcategorize themselves. No, we're not doing that. Because if we're gonna generalize and we're gonna go with data, we're gonna go with the data that niggas gonna judge us off of.
And I will say, as an Afro Latino, it is very, very difficult to try to even be in this predicament like the way it is. And Latino men are the main, and probably one of the main reasons why some of those women probably voted the way they did. So I'm not even going to go into that whole debacle. The way they voted is the way they voted, period. And a lot of them have a lot of these conservative ideas that they don't even truly believe in, the way this administration is doing it.
Right. And this is why I say that, like, I'll speak on what they voted for, because those Latinos are literally against our own community. Like, they're the dangerous part of us, because that is the reason why we're seeing what we're seeing in our community. Like, that's why we're going through what we're going through. And I'll say this because, like, prior to any of this, I kind of had already seen the issue in the Latino community, and like I've spoken on it before. I I think that Latinos have to get it together, and it's an issue that needs to happen, that has nothing, like, no one can do anything about it, but Latinos can do it for themselves, to vote the right way. And if you do not vote the right way, we have to create a culture to ostracize those people, because we don't have the same, like, we don't hold people to the same standard as we should, especially with what's happening now, because this didn't have to happen. And it is right, it's almost down the middle, and you can see it on day to day when you go speak to someone. The like, the category of Latinos is so diverse in so many different countries that it is hard to have to break everything down. And so we get the bad rap from it, and it's just going to have to be a change. Like, the summary of it all, there has to be a change, and the change has to come with the way that Latinos are voting. You can even see it with the Puerto Ricans vote for Republicans in Puerto Rico.
Which is
Like, the
wild.
governor of Puerto Rico is a Republican, and they're being held down by these crazy policies, and they continue to vote conservative. It's wild. It's the craziest thing, and it's stemming from, like, bigotry. Like, it just is what it is, and
Or the
colorism.
Cubans, or the Cuban skeptic that always say like, "Oh, thank you to the USA," and I'm like, "Girl, the reason that your country is the way it is because of the USA." Like, I think a lot of them are very ignorant, and I know what happened yesterday, Janae. So I know why, I'm not gonna,
Negate
push
that
back
fact.
on that. Exactly. No, I was pissed. What I'll say is that man, like Skeptic said, this isn't to, excuse anything, but that man literally hates us. He hates Skeptic and I as well. He thinks he's YT, and he literally, like, I went and looked at his post because somebody sent me his live after we ended that live with Declan, and he was live.
Talking about
And
it.
no, he was talking about how body count matters, and like how
Boy,
women
you
are
ain't even
used
got a
to,
body count.
for real. I was like, with that patchy ass fucking beard of yours, you don't even have a body count. He said that it's ideal for women and men to have a body count of 0. I was like, I know your body count 0.
Yeah.
But I went and checked his profile, and he was posting about how happy he was that immigrants were getting deported, and how all that people were lying, and that the people in Alligator Alcatraz were all criminals, and that they should have done it the right way. Like, these men that you see out there being disgusting racist, majority of them also hate us too. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's not to excuse anything, but it's really hard to try to get everybody together, which is why I like the way that Caso approaches it, where we don't need every person from the brown community, and we don't need, like you said, to address those, the Candace Owens and people like Kwame or whatever, because we're literally spanning 3 different countries. We have the people that have been here for generations that don't even claim their their Latino heritage. I almost said Hispanic. Their Latino heritage. We have people that are from Mexico, which is still North America, Central America, South America. So it's like, I've never even been to South America, to be honest. So they're all crazy.
I think we also too got to understand that a lot of males would do anything but be better. I said this the other day. Well, I say it all the time, but they'll do anything but be better. Voting for Democrats and being progressive and creating more opportunity would force you, challenge you to work harder, or actually start that business you said you was going to start. It would wipe away it would chip at the excuses that you give to why you are where you are. Right? It's easy to say, "Oh yeah, the assessment bill against me, we're being held down," da, 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 but you vote for it because then guess what? Then I would have to come up with a real solution. Then when I have to go to work, then I could have the opportunity. Like I talk about blackers. Kamala Harris had this plan for you. No, because then you couldn't sit up under that woman's roof and say, "I want to start a business, but the white man keep keeping me down.
Boom,
They won't
boom.
give me a loan. They won't let me start a business. There's your loan. Here's your business. Oh, if I could do something with Mary Jane, they don't want to let me in. Here, I'll let you in. Now what are you gonna do? Be better? Hell no. You know what I mean? So, hey Viper, how you doing? A lot of them will vote for their own demise. We all think that you're voting against your own best interest. I think where we um maybe fall short is we don't know what may be their best interest to them. We think it's for everybody. They don't give a fuck about everybody. You think it's you could have had this. I don't want that. I like being either poor. I like having an excuse to complain. Like that is their interest. I like feeling like I'm overpowering the woman in my house. That is my interest. And we underestimate what people will give up for that
Reset the
interest.
gift goal. Reset the gift
Oh yeah.
goal.
Thank
Viper
y'all
keep
so
asking me
much.
to.
I think that's also another big portion of this as well, is that when the Trump administration was putting spokespeople in front of them, they weren't talking to Americans. They were talking to their base. They were talking to the people that love the women in the kitchen barefoot, pregnant, and will have some type of duty of a man's quote unquote in a household. They love the fact they were talking to a base of people that believe that LGBTQ people are such an abomination to the world, even though their actual white T counterparts are the one who are violating their own children in their own homes. So I like, my thing is just like, y'all pick and choose when you want to argue specific points, when it values your own point. And then when you put this person, now this man in office, he's not doing any of the things that you wanted. Because now, guess what? Your taxpayer dollars are going to fund a WAR that you didn't want. We were saying no new wars, no new this, no new that. Now look at us. We're in a predicament where we're always constantly beefing with somebody online.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's never a sleep day for us.
Yeah, like the war
In this,
is not even y'all think no wars pew pew cross there's a social war, there's there's a we're fighting within. There is a psychological
legal
war.
war,
You said what?
legal wars
Yeah,
going
like
on,
there are all
Supreme
type.
Court.
That's more than just pew pew and pew dropping kabooms. Like there are different types of wars that are been had. Okay, no problem. There's different types of I guess WARs that we're experiencing right now.
Can I say this on the Latino community though? Because it makes zero sense to me. Because
Yes.
I always say this, like,
Go ahead.
how
I gotta
did
grab
you
something real fast.
how do you get to the point where your parents were immigrants and your parents aren't even citizens and you're sitting there saying you're going to vote for conservatives? Like how do we have that many of those people in our communities? Because it just makes zero sense. And the only conclusion that I can get to is that their proximity to whiteness and the fact that they want to assimilate to be American so bad that they'll look at their own parents in the face and say, yeah, this vote would negatively affect my family, but I'm still going to vote. I don't know if y'all are talking about Marcus. I wasn't listening on the live yesterday, but if it was Marcus, like one of his parents is an immigrant. If you talk about Debonair, like his mom is not even a US citizen. And these people, and there's a lot of people like that among us in our community, and it's crazy because they will vote against their own like you just would never hear this in another community where they would vote against their own mother. It's wild.
They are not
Well,
voting against their
it's a
own
point of
community.
privilege.
Yeah,
It's a point of privilege.
They're not voting against their own community. I have had to deconstruct that thought in my mind. They are voting against Black people. They are voting against Black people. In my Dr. Umar voice, everybody, going back to what Jess said, as long as Black people at the bottom, Okay, you think because you're in the middle, you a POC, you align and white. If you are white presenting, it doesn't matter. It does not matter what the community is, nationality or ethnicity. If you are white presenting, you benefit from WS. You benefit from supremacy. I'm not sure why you think black people having something means you'll have less pennies. Because the only people who are benefiting from infighting or because I want y'all to stop telling black, brown, indigenous togetherness, right? I want y'all to stop saying that shit to black people. We fucking knew. We've been new. We've been screaming it. We've been asking it. And everybody said fuck us. Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to. Some people don't like their mamas. Who was that? Whenever I get done, you can go. Some people don't like their mama. Some people don't like men. We already talked about how men don't like women. That includes their mothers. And it could stem back from when she made you do something when you were young that you've been holding on to. Some men don't like their wives. Like the one guy, ICE took his wife. He said, "Hey, she shouldn't have been here illegally." He probably called her on them. They don't like you. Like we got to think like they'll vote against their own family. They don't like their family. Some of us don't like our family. Some of our families don't give a fuck. That's why I say capitalism disintegrates the soul because some people are only worried about their own bag, which in turn makes you only worry about yourself at the end of the day. Oh, and I forgot whoever was speaking. Go ahead.
It was me. I agree with you, Jess, 100%. But I want to expand on all of the arguments that we're having. What we're forgetting to mention is that uh, misogyny is the thing that marries all of that together. Like at its core, Christian nationalism is about control over women's bodies, gender roles, over whose life matter and whose doesn't. And it's toxic masculinity in a three-piece suit with scripture stapled to the side. Now we have Trump who enters in. The man couldn't name a single Bible verse, but had an entire incel community in his corner. He gave bitter, entitled men something to cling to. And it's not the lack of emotional intelligence. It's feminists that ruined your life is the message that he sends. And then suddenly we have grown men who could not spell consent are now experts on traditional family values. But if it puts women back in the kitchen and LBGT LGBTQ people out of sight, it's great for them. And now we fold into the part where about the immigrants, and this is what really burns my biscuits, because people who come from colonized, and I'm talking about what Skep said. People who come from colonized, exploited countries coming over here and voting for Trump, and they don't do it because they serve them. But as Skeptical said, it's the proximity to whiteness that makes them feel safer than solidarity with the people fighting for justice. They want to be accepted. They want to be seen as good people or the good kind of immigrant. And the glue that holds all of this together is misogyny, because when you control women, you control the culture. You get to control who gets to produce, who gets to raise the next generation, who gets to lead, and who gets believed. That's why Christian nationalism loves patriarchy, because it appeals to people, especially men who feel powerless and are desperate to blame someone for it, whether it's an incel in his mom's basement, a pastor with a political agenda, or an immigrant chasing whiteness like a green card perk. They all end up voting for the same thing: control, silence, and a fantasy where white, straight Christian men run everything. If your faith requires oppression to function, then that's not faith. It is just fascism with a prayer emoji. And these people need to get it together.
Also, they want to be one of the good Negroes. And even
that's what it is.
Yeah. And even to piggyback on what you're saying, like as women, which is why we're building this community of women. She said if they control the women, they control the power, which means technically the women have the power. You need the women to even keep the power. You need the women to produce the power, to birth the power. You need to keep them docile. You need to control their mind and manipulate them to feel like they don't have any power. Because they equate power with strength. And of course, that's why they're like, hey, I'm going to beat you into the power. I'm going to beat you into Christianity. I'm going to beat you. That's why we experience so much domestic violence, because we need to, as women begin to uprise, as white women start having more ABs and the numbers start to dwindle and they have They was outside of their race. As Black women begin to get more degrees and excel in education and entrepreneurship, they was like, oh no, we need to bring all of this back and we need to bring it fast. Because once the women figure out that they have the power, because the man don't have the status if he don't have the trophy wife. You can't allegedly you can't even be the president, if you don't even have a wife. Because she is the one that keeps you intact. She is the one that keeps you in control. Because she is really the one who is leading, which is why I don't understand why a woman can you feel like a woman cannot lead. She led everything. She taught you everything you are.
Yeah,
But
that's.
I digest. Go ahead, Declan. Welcome into the chat. How are you?
I'm doing good. My friends are here. I'm happy. I'm so grateful, man. Listen, to address the prompt, right? Can you be a MAGA and a Christian? Did MAGA ruin Christianity? I mean, the Christianity was already. I'm not a Christian, but let me just put this out there, right? Hey, Emperor, what's up? So, this has always been a Christian thing to do because the only difference is they have a red hat. That's it. The only thing changed is a red hat. But they always felt like that. They have always felt like that. That's how I feel about it. MAGA didn't ruin Christianity. It was always that way. And is religion a hoax? It depends. I don't know, honestly speaking. But as like what you said, like from earlier, what you said like 5 minutes ago, Jessica, like, they have a cognitive dissonance on women being leaders and shit like that because 5 women, when they ran countries, it flourished. And when you really think about it, women have to administer all the shit in the house. They have to administer the child and all that other shit. They have to administer the cooking, the cleaning. They designate everything. That's why I don't understand why do men not think that women could be great leaders at that. That's how I feel about it. Because you have Pakistan. I heard Pakistan had a woman leader, Mexico, Rwanda, and all of those kind of things. Yeah, you create exactly, Kat. You create life. So if you create life, how are you not a leader? We spend the most time with mothers than we do with fathers because the fathers out the house, and some niggas don't even got fathers. So like, that's how you know that women been leading this whole time. They just don't want to see it because big man, strong man, strong men put things up, put things down. No, go ahead, Jessica. I'm sorry.
I was just about to say take command. Like all you do, you go to work and provide. That's what I'm saying. You build. You'll use your arms to build this house for me. I've created the blueprint. Go to work. Because I'm running everything in the house. And then when you bring the check home, I'm telling you how to spend it.
Right. That's
I've
leadership.
usually set up everything. I've set up the electricity. I set up either the auto pay. Some men don't even know where you go to pay whatever it is that you pay, how everything the lights stay on.
And Jessica, watch this. For all intents purposes, I don't know if this is TikTok friendly, but the uterus is really power. Like,
we'll watch an alien movie.
Weapon on this planet.
You said what, Blueprint?
The most powerful weapon on this planet.
Right. I'm like, if we watch a movie, an alien movie, and she has something in her stomach and it starts moving, you're like, oh my God, that's crazy. That could never be done. That's literally what a baby does. Kicking these stomachs, you're literally have a little bit of seed. You're growing into this fucking human. Some of them birth these demons. Some of them birth these angels. Are you gonna tell me that's not divine? You ain't gonna tell me that's not powerful? Like it's like one of the ultimate sacrifice. You put your life on the line to do it.
right. I don't know, man. That's why I was kind of like upset how people say. I know we're getting off topic, but that's why I was kind of like a little upset. Like, oh well, like she wasn't really qualified to run, but you have a felon in office.
Well, did I miss what the qualifications was then? Because
most qualified candidate in the history. Most qualified candidate in the history of presidency. But you know what she was? She was Black and she was a woman.
And her
Just
laugh was
say
crazy.
it.
And her laugh was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, she was married to a white man. Y'all would come up with anything but the fuck what she offered. And then y'all still asking where she at. She never cared. Oh, she just out here. Oh, because she wrote a book. Y'all shut the fuck up. You fired her. That's where she at. She's a private civilian.
Let's not forget you mad that she married to a white man, but you voted for a white man. Like none of your reasons
make sense.
Right. That's why I say a lie has tell the truth because a lie has a bunch of holes in it. And let me tell you what, I was talking to my barber yesterday. And he said, first of
He got
all,
you
let's
looking
preface
sexy
this
too.
with, and then I'm gonna bring you in blueprint. Let's preface this with, we say women are black women are we're just nurturing, right? We're very nurturing, or women for the most part, but really mostly black women are very nurturing, but women for the most part, it's in their biology. Men in their biology, they say, oh, they're gonna have sex with such and such. It's just in their biology. It's something white people inherently racist. Like these are the things that like are in your nature and nurture. Okay. So he was like, if you buy a snake and as a pet and you bring it home and then you take it out to play with it and then it bites you, you shouldn't get mad because it's in its nature. Because I was asking like why they just don't be honest about it. And he said, it's in white people's nature to be deceitful and to deceive. So if I tell you, if I come out and say I'm racist, then that takes away the deceit. I'm not able to deceive. Like I like deceiving. I get off on deceiving. That is in my nature. That's not a part of telling you the truth is not a part of the game. It messes up the whole game. The fun is in where I trick you and say, no, it's not this, it's that and that, and take you all around the world to see how far I can go to get you to believe it. It's never to tell you the truth.
That's a fact.
Let me just comment. Let me just because it's too much to type, right? And I don't think she said anything wrong, but I just want to address the comment because it goes to a lot of the conversation, right? So Kat was saying she was a woman, period. We're talking about Kamala. I said it was more so that she was a black woman, right? Because I'm gonna tell you, nobody gives a fuck that Jill Stein been on a 4-year run getting millions of dollars. Nobody's saying, oh, Jill Stein said she was gonna give us a work. Nobody's asking about Jill Stein. Hillary lost the prelims and they ain't say, oh, well, Hillary didn't care no more. Okay. There are other people who are women who have positions, and you know who's being attacked? Jasmine Crockett and AOC and Kamala. And it is very important. I'm not sure. I fear whenever conversations are happening and we center blackness, because blackness is the most damning part of something for the most part, right? Whenever we center that the issue is a black, and I'm gonna throw brown in too because AOC, right? And other brown people, right? Whenever we center that anti-blackness is the root of something. We could talk about misogyny another time because the real issue was how dare her ass be black and fucking a woman. The black shit is first. It's always first because anti-blackness is the root of all this shit that is collapsing the fucking globe. So I want y'all to understand intersectionality, right? Because it is misogyny in the midst of it, but it's blackness first. The classism, the racism is like that's why there's subcategories of any and all groups because the browner the person, the more bottom they are in their group. The anti-blackness is the root. No shit in this globe is going to be fixed unless y'all sit and be uncomfortable with y'all hate black people. And y'all hate black people having something. And until the anti-blackness is deconstructed, you will fail in any parts of anything being done. So I'm not saying this to you, Kat, like in a bad way, but I'm just telling people it's just like the conversations that has recently happened, even with Palestinians coming in a lot, the way people dismiss the suffrage, the climate of what black people consistently have to go through is why there is no barriers being broken. I want y'all to sit in the blacker the fucking skin, the less we gonna fucking win. That is what people have implemented. So until everybody realize, damn, black people can have some, shit's gonna be a ride 24/7. So intersectionality is important, but let's also remember, stop telling us to shut our black ass up because this is an issue too. Anti-blackness matters. And I'll end my plane there.
I think it's until we get to the root of racism, um,
I
we're
got the
gonna continue to
solution
have
for
these
that.
problems. But Blueprint, welcome in. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Queen?
I am
Yeah,
blessed and
let
beautiful.
somebody else get some sexy. I see you in there.
That's crazy.
Let somebody else get some sexy. Damn, you taking it all up.
Man,
But
birds
yeah.
of a feather flock together. Hey, Amanda, how you doing, love? Oh, did you want to say something, Blueprint?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I got the solution to end racism. is the enemy of people who practices it. That's
That
the only
part.
way. Yeah, that's the only way you're
Period.
going to
Hey,
end
listen,
racism.
I
I shit you
hey,
not.
you need to call. You need to
I don't know
call talk. You
how
finna get
deep
us
we can
dropped.
indulge in that conversation, but I am not. I'm not saying that I'm not.
I
That's a
apologize. I
Discord
No,
conversation.
apologize.
You know, that's an offline
Listen,
conversation.
this is what I've said, and I've gotten away with it. Okay, if racist people can fundraise $1 million for saying the N-word to an autistic child, we can fundraise $1 million to buy food.
Oh my God! Exactly.
I mean,
You're
yeah, if they
catching
But the
don't
my
show
fact of the
drift.
matter is, yeah. But see, the thing is, what I was going to say, I was going to go in that direction. But hey, this is where the racists, this is their safe haven on these computers, behind these phones, behind these whatever, these tablets or whatever, you know. But I guarantee you, and I'll put $10,000 on it. I'm 100,000 strong in my bank account. But let me say this to you: I guarantee you, all this stuff they say on the computer, I guarantee you, they won't say it in face to face to you. I guarantee you. Hell no, they won't.
Yeah, this is safe haven.
This is
Hold
their
on, can I
safe
say
haven
something?
right
Can I
here.
say? Oh, my bad.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I apologize.
I'm
I got
done.
carried away.
Because you speaking that real shit out here, okay? Blueprint's bringing a blueprint.
But that's the only way you're going to defeat racism.
Yeah, yeah.
But then at the same time, we
May I
talking
hold on,
about.
Declan? May I address this? I'm so sorry. May I address because this is driving me crazy before the chat goes too crazy. Listen, I just asked one simple question to free Palestine, and you can see that I have the flag in my bio. I've never removed it. I have a tree link with a link to go support Palestine. You can see my post, right? So you can check me out. You can ask people if I support or not. If you say that you have voted before, and if you are saying that both parties equally have supported Israel, then you have to sit with yourself and ask yourself why you didn't vote for Harris this time around if you have voted before. Because Palestine has been under occupation and has been already being G-sided by Israel for longer than 4 years. Okay? So if you voted before, you've already supported Israel because every single president in the history of the United States has supported Israel. And I hope that one day we can get to a place where no president supports Israel, but that's a shitty excuse. So you need to sit with yourself and ask, other than Palestine, which you claim to be your reason, why else did you not vote for her?
Can I say this? Democrats wasn't the one who started WARs. It was the Republicans who were starting WARs, and it was the Democrats who were ending WARs. Okay, we don't have anything to do with that. I mean, we try to do things. I'm an independent. Let me make that absolutely clear. I'm an independent. See, what we try to do is the people that were before us, we try to make them more comfortable. They fought for us. You know, they got us all these laws, these rights, like the Affordable Care Act, the Medicaid Act, the what's the other act though? Well, I'll get back to it. But the fact of the matter is, these people make these policies, and you know, innocent people are catching strays behind that. Like, for example, they wanted to deport the Latinos, but not only that, they're going after legal Latinos.
Talk to them niggas, man. Talk to them niggas.
Yo, straight up. And the fact of the matter is, we can't be do this. So that's why I say y'all have to think before y'all act. That's what I'm saying. Because like I said, these people are catching strays behind this. You see legal Latinos. I mean, so much of the illegals too. You want the legals? That's fine. Undocumented. I apologize.
You're good.
The undocumented people. You know, you want to take them? That's fine. But don't take the ones that's documented, that's in here, that put the work in, that took 5-year citizenship class. You know,
Blueprint,
don't do that.
Blueprint, you know what's crazy?
What's up?
This is like a fugitive slave act that we're going through right now. 2025 Fugitive Slave Act. This is what we got going on right now. That's how I feel, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it feels like.
Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to cut this conversation off because I know Saj want to comment on this. Free Palestine is
Oh,
up
my
here.
bad, my bad.
I want y'all. No, it's not you. I'm gonna just address this real quick because this shit happened to me yesterday in my live. It happens in every black person's live that I see. I'm not sure why y'all feel entitled to speak on what you're talking about, your plights in black spaces, right? Because I frequent a lot of spaces, okay? And I'm not sure why y'all feel the need, and this has to go back to a Black American plight, right? Everybody feels entitled to black labor while disrespecting us. We are talking about a Black American struggle right now, and y'all come into our lives constantly. And let me just tell you why your movement has lost movement is because you are anti-black. You feel entitled to our. Hold on, I'm talking. You feel entitled to our spaces. You feel that your oppression is longer or it matters more than ours. I give a fuck about my kids. I care about everybody in this live. I care about everybody on this panel. I care about everybody that's in their family. And I had to vote. We voted. We tried to save y'all and us at the same time. I'm not sure.
Don't put us in it. Don't put us in it. Keep you on your community.
No. It's not
Hold on.
Whoa. Chill out.
Because you're going after me. You're saying all
yes,
I'm gonna tell you
because you're
something.
being
One second.
anti-black.
Free
You
Palestine. Can I say
entitled to
something
our
real quick?
space,
No.
our time.
One
It's
second.
not
Free
about
Palestine.
you right
Can
now.
I say
We
something
have
real
a
quick?
struggle as well.
Hold on. Free Palestine. We come in here and we're talking about this. Why would you
Very
change the subject?
respectful.
What makes you change the subject?
Okay, so the reason why I said that is because no matter what, it boils down to both sides are always going to support.
No. I know. But what you talking about supporting Geno? You're talking about Palestine?
Right. So how can I vote for Harris?
But you voted for before, right?
Yes, I voted before. Right.
If things like
They
this have been
all
going
been
on
doing
the
that.
whole time,
Right.
Exactly.
That's what
It doesn't mean I cannot vote this time. I can always sit out this time. It's okay
But
to sit
why-
out this time.
Why this
The
time?
only hey,
Why this
you
time?
want to
Did
free
you?
the Palestinians? Hey, you want to free the Palestinians? It start with the Palestinians. You want to free Palestine? It start with the Palestinians.
I have a question. Wait, hold on, Blueprint. I'm gonna address them. Hey, Free Palestine.
I don't want to go too
Yeah.
deep into it. I want to know
Okay, all right.
why you wanted to. We weren't talking about Palestine. Am I correct?
Yeah, you
No,
correct.
He wasn't. Actually, he wasn't.
So why were you in the chat talking about the G side?
Am I not allowed to talk about it? I'm not allowed to say it once.
No, I'm asking you why. You're getting defensive. I'm asking you why. What made you say, let me talk about the G side right now, even though that's not what they're talking about?
So you guys were talking about MAGA, right? And Trump, right?
We were talking about
I have a-
racism.
Yeah.
Oh, because I see
And
MAGA
adjusting.
on there.
Right, MAGA and Christian. Even when we were talking about being MAGA and Christian, the G side and voting was not the topic. So what made you bring? I'm asking you, what made you bring it up?
The reason why I brought it up is because I just both sides support it, regardless.
But
Both
that's not the
sides.
topic. Like, what prompted you to say anything? We're not even talking about that.
Right. If you don't want me
I
to
think
say
that was to Janae's point. Like, we're having this conversation, and you just want to bring it up for no reason.
No, I'm just saying a fact. Both sides support it, regardless.
I mean, there could be any fact. You know, an orange is an orange. An apple is green. Why that fact?
Why say silent on it?
Oh shit! All right, listen.
Can I
Hold on.
say something?
Can I
'Cause
speak?
I've been waiting to speak.
Yeah.
for a
Hold
while.
on. Yeah, Panda, because you've been waiting very, very patiently.
So, before you come up into Black spaces, and derail conversations, which is what this, a lot of you virtue signalers for Free Palestine have been doing, and I'm not talking about actual Palestinians.
I'm actual Palestinian.
I know. You're Palestinian American, and that's what I'm speaking to, right? So let me just go here. Before you come up on our spaces and criticize us, let me ask you a question. Who is Adderhalt?
How am I criticizing you, though?
Can I just asked? That's not what I asked you.
Don't
Who's
deflect.
Adderhalt?
Answer the question.
Who's Adderhalt?
I'm not sure. I'd have to go back
Who's
and look.
Alfred?
I would have to go back and look.
Who's Allen? Wait, you're Palestinian. You're Palestinian, though. Who's Almade? Who's Armstrong?
What are you
Who's
trying to
Arrington?
prove? Just
Excuse
because
me,
I'm
excuse me.
Palestinian?
I'm not done. I don't know how you understand how things work in Black spaces, but when Black women are speaking, you wait. Okay, so I'm going to go down the list, and you let me know when you recognize any of these people. So just give me 1 second, panel. Please don't interrupt me while I'm going down this list, okay? Arrington, Babin, Bacon. Let's keep going, all right? Baird, Balderson, Banks, Barr, Bean, Bentz, Bergman, Bice, Biggs, Bilirakis, Bishop, Bobert, Boast, Bricken, Buchanan, Buxton, Burkett, Burgess, Burlinson, Calvert. Are any of these names ringing true to you? Because as a Palestinian, they should, because you care about genocide, right? And the list keeps going down. Let's go. Kamek, Carey, Carl, Carter. There's 2 Carters, one from Georgia, one from Texas. Chavez, DeReamer. That should give you a hint. You're still not answering my question. Chime in when you recognize any of these names, because you're a Palestinian, right? Siscomney, Klein, Cloud,
You just
Clyde,
told me don't
Holt,
talk when you're talking.
Collins, Comer, Crane, Crawford. None of those names are familiar with you because you have not taken the time as a Palestinian to call any of these offices of any of the representatives that voted yay on House Bill. Okay, let me give you the House Bill number. Are you familiar at least with House Bill roll call, House Bill HR 8034? Are you at least familiar with that as a Palestinian? No, you don't know what the Security Supplemental Appropriations Act of 2024 was? No, because you were too busy spending 2024 being anti-Black to a Black woman that you didn't care as a Palestinian to call all the representatives that voted yay, all right, to fund a genocide in your own country. And all of those names were Republicans, sir. Out of all of the Republicans that could have voted no, only 27 said no to this bill. All right. So before you come up into spaces of Black Americans who are still currently under a genocide and apartheid, your people have been under one for 80 years. Mine have been under one for 400. We don't even know the amount of my people that are laying at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean just for making the trip from Africa to the New World to be slaves. Okay. So
It's an
before you come
estimated
up
60
here,
million.
excuse me, before you come up here and virtue signal, I'm not even Palestinian and I know these names, and I've called these representatives, both Democratic and Republican, to tell them that I don't appreciate them taking AIPAC money, nor do I don't appreciate them spending my money on funding a genocide. And I'm a Black American, and you came up here as a Palestinian, haven't even done work for your own people to dare tell us how we're going to run and do things with our people. Can someone please drop this motherfucker? Because the fact that you as a Palestinian don't even know what the Security Supplemental Appropriations Act is, thank you, is wild. So now can we get back to Black people shit?
Hey, I
Can I get
thought
some
you
color
never
dots in
had
the
this
chat
finished.
for Panda?
Damn.
Hold on 1 second.
Can
And
I say something?
Emperor was next, you guys. Go ahead, Emperor. Emperor.
I mean, I was trying to let them down light. I was going to say, if you
Lord,
want to
I'm
free
sorry. I thought I
Palestine,
had
start with the Palestinians.
Go ahead, Emperor.
I just wanted to address what Janae said. And I want to make this real clear. Like, these people, you don't get to barge into a Black space and center yourself, period. Because and this is what kills me. Black people, especially Black women, are not your emotional service workers. We are not your grief translators. We are not your shock absorbers or your guilt relief team. Like, Janae was right to be mad because this keeps happening. Anytime we're in a place that we call safe and talk about our pain, about our history, and what the hell we are living in right now, right here in America, y'all come in here swinging your trauma like it's a VIP pass, expecting us to stop everything we're doing and do the emotional lifting for you. Why? Why do you feel entitled to our energy, to our platforms, to our labor, the same labor that this country has stolen, like Panda said, for over 400 years? Like, you came to the most dispossessed group in the country, Black women, who can't even get justice in our own courts. We're overworked, underpaid, and underprotected. And then you have the nerve to demand that we cry for you right now. Like, you are trying to manipulate us. This is what we call emotional colonization, because you're not showing up here to walk with us. You're showing up here to take from us like everybody else. We have had enough of this shit. So let's be real. You knew better. You knew whose space this was. You just thought your struggle mattered more than our pain and what we're talking about. So here's your reminder. We are not your emotional labor force. We are not your surrogate pain processors. And we don't owe you a goddamn thing. So respect us. Get the hell out of our spaces. And go do that in white people's spaces. Because y'all don't do that there. Y'all come to black spaces, especially black women's spaces, and do that shit every day. And I land my plane.
Which is why they went to Kamala Harris's rally and not Donald Trump's. Because they had to punch the fuck out of your ass. And
I
W,
just want
can I get
to,
the hold on real
yeah, I
quick?
just wanted
Panda's in
to,
the chat for Janae. All the women on this panel, the entire panel, but Janae was very, 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 very right. Because she like, this just happened yesterday. Why? Which is why I'm like, why do you think that this not the topic? We're not even talking, even if we're getting off this topic, we're not even talking about that topic. Why do you feel the need? Why do you feel like that was good to say? Because it was just gonna prove the point, and he was already about to be gone. Okay. Yeah, and you don't care, and that's what I've been telling a lot of them. Like back before the election, the Republicans have control of the House. They have the majority. They voted to send that money over there. Why aren't y'all mad at them? I don't hear none of that. We didn't even hear don't vote for Donald Trump. It was only don't vote for Kamala Harris. So that's why we get back to the root, which is racism. Because if you don't get to that and don't let it get it fucked up, misogyny is a strong Mickey Ficky second.
they didn't want her in there because they didn't want an N-word telling them what to do. That's basically what that was.
Let me just apologize, y'all. I speak a little.
You don't gotta apologize.
Don't ever apologize for how you feel.
Absolutely not. I do not.
I was gonna say this though. U.S. been supporting Israel before I was even born.
All right.
Yeah, that's not like this is
That's a known fact since
Hold on, y'all.
1956.
Naquan, welcome in, my brother.
I'm sorry,
How you
Naquan.
doing?
Just want to do a quick mod. I did originally come up here for him because I'm tired of motherfuckers that
I knew he wasn't gonna be here long. I knew I was gonna drop him after I asked him no question, but Panda had something to say too, so I'm like, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to say something. I wanted to
Hold on, real quick,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Naquan.
It's always the motherfuckers that don't do nothing whatsoever for Palestine that has the loudest fucking voice. The loudest fucking voice. But my sis has been on for about 2 hours, and we're not at 200K like. I don't like that. We're only at 50 shares.
And we got 260 left in the goal, you guys. Somebody go ahead and clear that out.
Yeah, and if one person can't clear it out, we can start a $2 train.
Yeah, because we can get it. It's 191 people in here.
Let's get that thing working. She's dealing with ignorance on a goddamn Saturday when she can be out having fun. She can be out having fun. So let's do all the good things. Let's get the like up to 150 in the next 30 minutes, or I will turn off all of the comments. That means subscribers too.
You've heard it here first. Thank you, brother. I love you. I appreciate you so much.
I love y'all. I'll be in the comments.
Okay.
And before
can I say something before?
Can I just make a clarification?
Mm-hmm.
For you Palestinian people, more Democrats voted nay on that Security Supplemental Appropriation Act than Republicans, and you helped them get power. So, like, we're not going to do this anymore. We're not going to have you come up into these spaces and bring this up anymore. And we're just not going to do it. Spend the time, and you could be sitting here right now, getting your community together like we're doing, and being organized like Black women have been doing, like, the Black women in this live, Jess and Janae, who stand on business and don't just talk it, they walk it. It's not on them, it's in them, that are out here serving the underserved in their communities. And you can't even vote for your own people and call the senators that are funding genocide of your own people, and you're coming up in here speaking to Black women who are out in the streets doing work for homeless people in their communities. And you can't even call Republicans and don't know that more Democrats voted to say no to that bill than Republicans. And you were out here telling people, do what you got to do Just don't vote for the black lady. So I don't, anytime you guys come up into here, you guys are going to be muted. You're going to be blocked. And that's just what it is. And it's really depressing to me that you guys want to scream about genocide and you're a Palestinian American and you don't even know that a genocide is going on in your own country of black people and has been going on for 400 years. And we've been in an apartheid for hundreds of years more than you can. And you just missed that, looked over that and said, I'm just going to worry about my own. And then you forget about Congo and the Sudan at the same time. So it's F you. It's F you right now. Period. The end.
I agree.
Pete, thank you for the $5 donut that says, thank you for this is for your black job. I appreciate you. Drop some coconuts for Fee in the chat. Thank you so much. Okay. The black job he
could
tried to get rid of.
Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback off what the sister up on top of me said before. Like she said, we can't be coming to other races. We can't be coming to their rescue. We are not your Avengers, and we sure as hell ain't your Justice League. From now on, y'all want things done, y'all got to do it on your own. That's our problem. We worry about other people's causes as opposed to worrying about our own. You know, we get left in the dust. We march for everybody, we protest for everybody, and when they get what they want, they give us their ass to kiss. You know what I'm saying? So that shit is done. From now on, they showed us their true colors this past November. So now on, from this day forth, we worrying about blacks and black only. That's it.
The good thing
No
that
more.
also did come out of this, because I like to look at the glass. I like to look at the glass half full, but shit, I'm like, at least the glass got something in it.
Exactly.
Society tells us that black women hate each other, they don't like each other, they don't get along, they don't support each other. And the fact that 92% of us came together and collectively made a decision, a conscious decision, whether directly or indirectly, discussing it with each other, lets me know that we definitely do have each other's back. Now that,
most
but
definitely.
that 8% is who they try to paint us all out to be. But for the
We got to
first
start
time,
doing
I
what they
can
do.
say that
Jessica, we got to start doing
hold
what
on,
they
Blueprint.
do. Oh, I apologize.
For the first time that we can say that 9 times out of 10 that black woman voted for Kamala Harris, she is probably gonna have my back to some degree. She believes that at least all human rights, or she can spot fascism. Oh, something dropped. 9 times out of 10. Like, this is a real 9 times out of 10 situation. Actually 9.2 times out of 10. But because they control the media and the propaganda, they put it in our face like this is what we're doing at all times. They make movies to make it seem like this is what we're doing at all times. So I just want to say I love the 92%. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for being who you are. Now go ahead, Blueprint, because I know you got something to say.
Bad.
And then Declan, you can go ahead. And then we'll bring in Joel Busby. Okay, maybe he changed his mind. Go ahead, Declan.
I was gonna say this, man. That's what
I
Janae
couldn't
said.
get it off. I couldn't find the thing. But go ahead. I'll go after you.
All right. I was gonna say, like, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Like what Janae said yesterday, you gotta take care of yourself first. It's like the military, bro. You gotta take care of yourself first, then your team, then your squad, and all that other shit. Because we matter first to us. Then whatever happens after that, then we take care of you. But we are the priority first to ourselves. And we expect that from everybody. We don't expect y'all to
everybody else is doing it.
That's what I'm saying. We don't that's what I'm saying. Everybody was taking care of themselves and their family first. And their kids. I care about my kids and all that first before I care about anybody else. And that's another thing. I want to go back to that. Like, listen, this was not the time to not vote, man. It's not the time. He voted in the past and he still supported Israel. Why you do that today? You want to know why? Because that's a black woman. Because you didn't do that for Hillary, and Hillary robbed Haiti.
She got she at least got the popular vote, remember?
Listen, she robbed Haiti. She robbed Haiti. You voted for Barack. I don't know if he supported the APOC, whatever that shit is. But cool. You voted for George Bush. I bet you he older than me that he voted for George Bush. I bet you he was. All these presidents supported APOC one way or another. Why did you not vote this time?
The Blueprint, what was you about to say really quick? And then we're gonna bring in Joel.
Our thing is this: instead of putting other people first, we got to put ourselves first. You know, from this day forth, we got to put ourselves first, now and forever, because we seen what they did November. Who's to say they won't do that again? So that's why it's up to us to organize, mobilize, and realize that we are by ourselves. And again, we are not other ethnicity groups, justice leagues, and we ain't their Avengers. They're not going to become crying to us until they learn to stand on their own. Hey, we standing in the cut, straight up.
Thanks so
Because
much.
we tired of this. We tired of this shit. Simple as that. We tired of it.
Thank you so much, Blueprint. I got
All right.
an echo. Oh no.
No,
And
I
you
might
don't
have
have
an
to
echo.
apologize. I get it. I get it. Joel, welcome to the chat. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm amazing. I cannot complain.
Good.
What brings you up? Was it the prompt or the conversation? What do you want to add to?
Yeah, no, I didn't understand what you guys were talking about because I only caught the tail end of it. Like, you know, it's only us, and so I don't know what the context of that is. But I just saw the prompt of, can you be MAGA and Christian? And as a Christian and a 3 times Trump voter, I would say yes.
Okay.
No, you can't, because the book of Luke said you can't drink from 2 different cups. But go ahead.
No, but a Christian is a MAGA, bro. It's been MAGAs.
That's true.
Thank you, Amanda.
Can I
So
ask?
East,
Sorry, go ahead, Jeff. Sorry. No, go ahead. Sorry, my B.
I forgot what I was going to say, but I don't even know who was that, Panda or Emperor?
Yeah, it was me. My
Okay, go ahead.
So did you vote for Donald Trump because you felt like some of his policies were going to help you uphold some of your Christian values or push them forward?
No.
Okay. What were some of the reasons why you voted for Donald Trump 3 times?
Because I just knowing enough about Democrat policy and history, and
I don't want anything having to do with Democrats. I want to know give me 3 of his policies that himself, or 3 characteristics of him. The reason why you voted for him having nothing to do with Democrats. I want to know.
Well, that's you can't just say, well, don't think about Democrats. I mean, they
can,
are part of the equation.
So I'm asking you, as someone who's so you voted for Donald Trump 3 times, and you can't give me 3 of his policies as reasons of why.
That's like saying, tell me about a peanut butter jelly sandwich, but don't mention peanut butter. Like,
I mean,
sure,
I can tell
a
you why
lot about peanut butter and jelly sandwich without listing peanut butter. Yeast, white bread, wheat bread. You can use almond butter instead of peanut butter. You can use different types of jellies. That's not including the jams. The process of how you make the jelly. So again, I was able to answer your question so easily. Again, can you please explain to me 3 policies of Donald Trump's, right? Because you voted for him 3 times. So you can't give me 1 policy per each time that you voted for him as to reason why?
He's the most pro-life, pro-Israel, and best for the economy president that
You're a goddamn liar.
Excuse me,
Go ahead.
Just give me one.
In my life.
Wait. While they're talking, we're gonna be respectful and let them talk. We're gonna give them the opportunity, and then we can debunk what they're saying. But remember, we have people that are watching that use closed capture. They're hard of hearing. So if 3 of us is jumping on him at once and he's talking, they cannot hear what he's saying. So we have to be mindful to the people that are in our communities.
Understood. Understood, brother.
Okay, so I'm glad that you mentioned that, because you said you were a Christian, but you voted for a man that was pro-Israel, which is really weird because the man that you worship was a Palestinian man. But whatever. And then secondly, as a Christian, they specifically tell you that being anti-immigrant is anti-Christian. So that's crazy for me too. So this is my summary of you. And if I may be wrong, I don't give a fuck if I am wrong or not, because I don't think I am. As a field white, I think the summary is that you're not a real Christian. I don't think you even know the real components of being a Christian. In fact, I think that if Jesus was here now, he would be shaking and turning the table on you and telling you he don't fuck with you. Because the fact that you're a Christian and don't know that Jesus was like the world's biggest crash out is wild. He was a crash out over poor people, immigrants, homosexuals, the sick, all of that. And he was literally shaking tables over them. And so I think that you should heed what Jesus tells you to basically mind your fucking business and let God take care of it at each person's end of life and let him do the judging. But your responsibility and your only responsibility, and God tells you that, is to be a good human being, and not to cause suffering on people, especially children. And the fact that you said that he's pro-life, but yet we've got children sitting in alligator Alcatraz. We have people being unalived as they're being held for a civil infraction. Because I just want to remind you, because I know you field whites are not really good with facts, is that crossing the border without the paperwork, or illegally, as you guys like to say, even though they're indigenous to this land, is a civil infraction. It's the same thing as crossing the street when you have that red sign instead of the green sign. And you think it's okay to people in sea camps and put pregnant women in labor in handcuffs while they're giving birth, and within minutes of giving birth, whisking them away to be held because they had a civil infraction. It's not a felony, but you know what is a felon is your president, the man that you voted for. You know who wasn't a felon was Jesus. But he also wasn't Israeli and wasn't a white man, and I don't think you don't know that. But yeah, so basically my synopsis is fuck you, you're a racist, you're a schmatzi, and Jesus wouldn't fuck with you. And I'm done.
Can I put my hand up? Can I ask him just a quick question?
Sure.
Okay, so you said you're a MAGA Christian. Cool. I'm not gonna argue with you yet. I just wanted to ask you one simple question. What are the three things that you hold most dear as a man, an American, and a Christian? Whatever your top three values. Okay, got your tongue, Joe?
No, I was muted. Somebody muted me. I was listening. I learned a whole lot about myself from that one rant that just happened. So I would say three top priorities, or what did you ask for? My three top.
I said, what are the three things that you hold most dear as a man, American, and a Christian?
I would say God, family, and community, or that could also be country, or I would say in that order. Yeah, God, family, community.
Okay, so God, family, and community. Okay, cool. So God, you follow a man who literally said he's never asked God for forgiveness. A man who tear gassed peaceful protesters to hold up a Bible upside down for a photo op in front of a church that he doesn't even go to. Jesus said, feed the poor, care for the sick, and love thy neighbor. Trump said, I like people who weren't captured. Grab her by the, you know what. Tell me how that lines up with Christ. I'll move on to family. Family. Trump separated families at the border. Okay. He is on trial for SA. He locked babies in cages and he called it policy. He rolled back food assistance for low-income kids and blocked bills, and literally blocked bills for to help maternal health for people, especially Black mothers. He openly disrespects women. So for family, that's what I have to say. You voted for him for that. And for community, amongst you people, I don't even understand where community comes from because y'all have no community. So he basically is putting people neighbor against neighbor. He told white supremacists to stand back and stand by. He led a movement based on fear, blame, and division. That is not a community. That is cult leader behavior dressed up in a red hat. Like if you really cared about a community, you would support the leaders who are fighting for housing, health care, schools, and public safety and dignity for everyone, not just people who look and look like you. So yeah, you said God, family, and community, but everything about Trump and MAGA politics in the face of those values. You're not protecting your beliefs. You're contradicting them. And the worst thing is, you know it and you don't care. I'm done with him.
So with the things that you said, she asked a really good question. How does that what he does align with Christ, or what does he do that aligns with Christ?
Well, he's not my spiritual leader or my I don't look to him for spiritual inspiration or to draw me closer to God. That's a personal relationship that I have. That we're talking about a two-party system with two candidates for president, and I chose
Okay,
the
so
best one.
so just so I'm clear, nothing he does aligns with Christ, right?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay,
I
what
mean,
does he do that align with
King
Christ?
David was a man after God's own heart, and he had somebody unalived. And
No, I'm not talking about King David. I'm talking about
oh, I understand that. I'm drawing a parallel for you.
Okay, so
I'm saying God uses flawed, sinful people.
okay, so
And
what is
he
it that
used to
Trump
be a
does that
Democrat, so I
aligns
would
with
expect
Christ?
him. He used to be a Democrat, so I would expect him to be very flawed and sinful.
No, what is it that Donald Trump does that align with Christ?
And first of all, the claim that you made that he was a Democrat is wrong, because he was never a Democrat. I know this for a fact because I lived in New York 40 years. He was independent. He was independent.
Hold on. What does he do that align with Christ?
He was going to Hillary Clinton's wedding, and
he wasn't.
No, hold on, y'all. Wait. What does he do that align with Christ?
He speaks the truth.
He was confirmed 32,000 lies in his first presidency. He's a liar. He does not speak the truth. He literally said, "Oh, they can't get a hold of the governor," and I mean the president. And literally, the governor said, "I just got a phone with Biden."
I would never say he's like Jesus.
You
I
said
never
he
said those
speaks
words.
the truth, but he lies.
Yes.
So that's not true. You just lied.
Okay. Yeah, maybe he has lied. That's not right. I would say don't lie. Maybe he has lied.
So what does he do that does align with Christ?
Are you saying Kamala Harris has never lied?
She's not the president. She's not the president. She's not the president. And it's not the topic. I'm asking about being MAGA and being Christian. I'm asking, what does Donald Trump do that aligns with Christ?
When he's done, I want to go next.
Somebody was calling me and I couldn't hear what you said. Did you have a question?
It's the same question. What does he do that align with Christ? We just confirmed that truth is not in.
Oh no, truth is definitely in.
You just admitted, as we all know, that he is a liar. He lies all the time.
Kamala Harris is a shell.
We're not talking about Kamala Harris. We're not
person.
talking about Kamala Harris. She's not the president. She's just she's a U.S. citizen. It doesn't even matter. Kamala is not the topic. I'm asking you, what does Donald Trump do that aligns with Christ? And if you guys have ever seen Westworld, I feel like the host is glitching. What is it that he does that aligns with Christ?
Hey, I like Yul Brynner. Chill out.
You like who?
Yul Brynner, the original Westworld.
Oh, hey.
Yul Brynner.
Yeah. Well.
Hello.
Well, I'd like to join back another time, but I'm going to go eat some dinner.
Oh,
okay?
y'all! You're not. Hold on, y'all. Everybody, please. Stop. Yeah, I'm sorry, disconnecting. Okay, go ahead. So it's official. You cannot be a MAGA and be Christian. Go eat. The fuck, y'all. Y'all cannot keep talking over me. I'm just gonna start dropping people out of nowhere.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard.
The man was glitching. It is official. You have no argument. You couldn't even answer one question. You glitched so hard that you got hungry. So I'm gonna put you on mute until you eat your food, and then you can come back up and maybe you can go Google the answer somewhere. Oh, Jesus. Well, Kamala. Oh, y'all let me tell y'all something. Be honest with yourselves. You love Black women. Y'all are obsessed. Hate is a form of love. It's a strong form of love. You love her. You want to be with her. You wish you could be with her, but you would lose your family. You would lose friends because they all believe this rhetoric. You would lose community. People don't want to be honest about certain things because of the things that they would lose in life. She is a U.S. citizen minding her own goddamn business. Leave her alone. You voted for who you voted for. And you have no answer for why or how this man aligns with Christ. You glitched so hard. That's why I'm like, y'all, we got to get, especially when we're asking this question, any question, I'm done with the pivoting. Come right back. Get back. Come back over here. Come right here. No. Come right back here. This is where we are. Okay. Answer this first, and we can go on to the next thing. He don't even go to church. That part. Declan, I know you had your hand in, even though I know your question was probably to him. And then Founder and Sajidi. Sajida. I call her Saji, y'all. Okay.
Sajida was crazy.
Go ahead, Declan.
Well,
we got 2:55 left in tonight's goal, you guys.
I had a lot of things to say. I know he seemed older than me, and I was gonna bring up the fact that Donald Trump on the Oprah Winfrey show, wherever it was, he said that if he ran for president, he would be a Republican because they're like the most stupidest people in the world, and he voted for him 3 times. So that's strike one. Number 2, the whole God thing. I feel like God is within self, but that's neither here nor there. And back to what I was saying, like he was like, I don't like the whole like MAGA pivot to Kamala Harris. She's not in office.
Yeah. She ain't in no political position. She is
She reading a book.
Citizen.
She writing
Leave her
books.
alone.
She writing books that's coming out in November. You know what I mean? And this is why I kind of like not like the idea of Christianity, because people use God as an excuse to do everything.
Yep.
That's why people don't like going to church, because everything is, oh well, God told me to do this. Hey, newsflash, people, Christ and God is within. Hey, Christians, all the Christians out there, God ain't tell you to do that. That's your conscience. I land my plane.
I'm going back on mute, but when the host is speaking, friendly or not, I'm gonna start dropping people. I'm gonna stop dropping people. I'm gonna use James' tactic.
Tell me what's different. We can discuss that. That's what I have the right to.
What you watching? Mind my business. Cognitive.
I'm modding in Hector. I got my backup as modded Hector, and then I'm modding over here too. I'm trying to pay attention to both chats.
Not you being cross-eyed.
Hey, it's winning right now. That's why I kept dropping back to the comments, because it was hard to be up here and mod both places at the same time. But yes, when a host is speaking, and even when we disagree with or not, we can't keep over talking them, because we do have people hard of hearing. We do have people hard of hearing that needs to hear what is being said. And when it's 3 of us talking and the op, they can't hear what we're saying. And this is why so many people do leave lives now. We have to.
I be leaving some lives too. I was like, I can't do that. Oh Lord, another disciplinarian. I'm hot fucking hollering. Saji, that picture is crazy.
That's make fun right now trying to check Jess's chat and Hector's chat.
And you supposed to be security guard.
Nigga, I'm about to say Nick on top flight.
Like Dayton, you supposed to be security. You was one of the first. I'm just 12 months in, so that means you about almost 2 years in. You supposed to be
drop nobody. I'll drop them. But I will drop y'all if it gets. I'm like, if I keep asking y'all, please give me a second. Please be quiet. You know, just a little bit of respect. I promise I'm gonna give everybody their turn. I have no powers. Don't listen to Dayton. Founders, welcome in. How you doing, love?
Hi, Jess. Hi, panel. I'm doing all right. I actually requested up because of Joel, because I'm so tired of this pro-life argument. First of all, I hope he's still listening. Morality is not consequential of legislation. So other people's morality is not your business, first and foremost. But I'm wondering how that worked out for you, because we've seen a significant spike in ABs ever since Roe versus Wade was turned over. So how did you accomplish your goal exactly? And we know you're not actually pro-life, you're pro-birth, because the number of children that are going to lose their access to food at school and at home, their health care, their actual school itself, there's hundreds of schools not opening in the fall because they don't have the funding because it wasn't released by this administration. So please don't come up here and say that you're pro-life because you're not. You're pro-control. You want to control women and you think that they're not capable of making the appropriate decisions for themselves and their families. And that's really what it's about.
Saji, welcome back, love.
Oh my God.
You okay?
Listen. I lost signal for 15 minutes because I was teleporting and I was going through a shitty little rural town. You know, they don't got no good internet, no good reception. Right when that person came up. I don't know if anybody screenshotted their profile so I could see. I was trying to see if I even follow them because I didn't know who the hell they were. I couldn't even catch their voice. I couldn't see you. You were frozen. Half of the boxes looked empty. I couldn't
Which
see
one,
the chat.
Palestinian or the guy that just left?
Yes, because I wanted to talk to them. Like, this shit is starting to piss me off. Like, it was already explained to you in the chat. I already said what I needed to say on the panel. You didn't have to come up, and from what I could tell when I came back on the chat, it was a hot ass mess. So this is the thing, right? Like, for example, and I'm gonna mention Kwame for the second time. So if I say his name again, he might show up.
He might pop up.
He might pop up.
Like that boogeyman.
But listen, I cannot stand him either. Okay, I cannot. But the thing is, the one thing I will give him is he's been consistent in the way that he has never voted, right? He's like, you know what? He's politically celibate. I'm gonna call it that.
Politically celibate is crazy.
I just came up with that.
You be having some good
But
little.
I do sometimes be a little, but he's never voted, so he can say, well, I've never seen a candidate that was good enough for me, right? At least he's been consistent about that. But when you come here and you try to be like, oh, I didn't politically celibate, Janae. But whenever you come up here and you're like, well, I couldn't bring myself to vote for Kamala. I couldn't do it because she supported Israel. Okay, have you voted before? Yes, I have. Then, bitch, you're a hypocrite. That's all I'm gonna say.
Just
So
so you don't
that's
like
all.
black women.
People sometimes say that I do like these one-liners when I like interrogate people because it really doesn't need to go that deep. I can get to the core of you in 2 questions, right? So that's it. Like, and I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell. I don't know why I even feel responsible when shit like that happens. I'm not taking the flag away, but damn, like they just be coming up here and tearing shit up.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a straight to the point kind of person. I don't like to beat around the bush.
Hell no,
I'll burn the bush down.
I'll burn that fucking bush down, okay?
For real.
Fuck your bush.
Fuck your bush. No, listen, I don't mind the bush. Mute me.
Okay.
Oh, it's cool when you do it. It's a problem when we do it. Okay.
For real, what's going on here? Are we being I feel like we're being oppressed as women right now.
How?
You're telling us what to do.
I said okay. That's what I
No,
said.
okay. Don't tell us we can't buy a bit. I love a bush. Jess, you get my cash out. I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's something it's doing, y'all, because somebody else's cash app disappeared too. Hey, drop some coconuts for Taylor. Thank you for the $5. That I got 5 on it. With the new year. Yo, okay, we are at 250, you guys. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and knock out this goal. Okay, let's go and knock that out. That ain't nothing, especially to these ballers out here. Okay, especially the one that say, "Hey, I got 100,000 strong in my bank account." Where you at? Where you go? He probably the blueprint.
That man better max out.
I'm on boycott with no powers. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Don't listen to Dayton, y'all. He be having his white woman tears sometimes. He drop a dime, okay? Abba, welcome in. How are you?
What's going on, guy?
How you feeling tonight?
Per usual, sick of these racists and grapists and all these inhumane fuckers keep getting a pass.
Abo, I'm in the building.
Oh, that was Panda. Did Panda drop? She might have.
Yeah, she got to go do a shower and like her thing.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sitting up here listening to y'all. It's aggravating now. Like at first, it was kind of cool because we were like, we think we reaching these idiots. They just double down on the fuckery, and it's crazy because every last one of them knows they wouldn't want any of this shit that they allow to happen to them.
Yeah, and the thing is, again, like I was saying earlier, it's in their nature to be deceived. They can't admit it because they're being deceitful, and it's in their nature to deceive, which is why I'll give you any other reason. But all I'm gonna do is keep debunking your reasons and put the holes and point out the holes that's in your lies until you
Literally.
get there, until you start glitching like the last guy did, Joel did.
Yeah,
Or when
I
Panda
logged in when I
asked,
saw that.
yeah, then when Panda asked the Palestinian, "Do you know these motherfuckers?" Oh, so you don't care either. It's all about the it's all about
An ends
racism,
to a
but y'all don't
means.
want to say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You trying to get their ideology. Thank you, Amanda. Holding down the number one spot right now. I appreciate you, love. So, who is that? Who got kids? Who baby that is?
That's an Abbassad.
Mine are right here, but I was muted.
Uh-oh.
You see, that's why I stay muted sometimes.
Same. I got to drop for a little bit, but I will say you make a good point, Jess, because they pivot a lot. Because I'll say Janae made a really good point with him, with the Iran guy, and about why you didn't bring this up, with other candidates. Why'd you bring that up whenever BB Harris started running? And he pivoted off to other things. And like if you stay on that one point, he never answered her question. He couldn't answer it. So that was a really good question she had made. I got to drop for a little bit. I might be back later on.
Okay, no problem. Have a good one. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, y'all.
Wait, did you guys block him, by the way?
No. I don't even know. I just dropped him. So he might be in the comments. He may be back. Somebody might have muted him. Excuse me, man, but you beautiful as fuck. What's your name? Yours? My name is Yours. I'm still here. But even too, like they say other things to trigger you to get off of the topic. So if I be like, hey, what aligns him with Christ? And he says, Kamala wasn't even black. And that's the part where I say, well, what makes a person black? And now I've left the initial question that you couldn't answer to get me back on like defense. No, come back.
Yeah, they notorious for that one.
I don't even argue that anymore. That I'm not arguing.
I don't
facts.
argue nothing. As soon as they try to pivot, it's like, no. We're gonna stay right here.
So your ass here?
We're not
What's
doing
good,
that one. I'm not arguing if she black or not when I know black. And I'm not even gonna do it with the motherfucking blagger.
I'm not arguing nothing about nobody when we discussing a topic at hand, especially when it goes from, okay, so you don't care that he's a fraudster. You don't care that he committed admits that he can assault women because he's rich. You don't care that he was adjudicated guilty of assault. You don't care that his party is literally blocking legislation to protect kids. You don't care that they're defunding schools and defunding kids food drives and mess like that. Like, you don't care.
They don't care about their own damn kids.
Yeah, they make a moot argument. It's like, you really up here just to do what then? You don't support human rights. You just want to say what? You hate the Dems? You hate human rights? Get the fuck out of our face then.
Like
Mind you, they don't know a policy though. It's not like they're saying they don't. Like, you don't care that he's doing this. They don't know the policies. They coming up here. I posed this question earlier. They don't know the Bible, but they're saying, yes, you can be Christian in this. They don't know a fucking policy, right? And then they saying, but Trump's he's doing great. You don't know shit. What are y'all here for? What are y'all here for? Because I understand this shit a joke to other people, man. But a lot of motherfuckers' lives are on the line. Whether motherfuckers know it or not. And that includes you poor, fucking, dirty foot field whites.
That part.
Because if you knew anything, black people could not be the majority of Section 8 or fucking food stamps. Because there's not a fucking program alive in the United States where black people benefit the most, or it wouldn't fucking exist. Even down to affirmative action and DEI. That was you white bitches. Yeah.
Hold on, really quick.
That was you
Left
veterans.
chest. Left chest.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Just some coconuts for Amanda in the chat right now. What up, Marcus and Queso? Left chest. I don't think that's the right. Somebody said that they've been impersonating Left Chest. And can somebody block this top left, and then she can reach out to me on, wherever, to let me know if it's really her. But I can't block from here because I need them to say something in the comments. So if you could click on Left Chest and block them for me. Thank you so much for the storytelling. Okay, continue with
I'm quick.
continue cooking for me. Thank you, Sad, as well. But y'all was on it. Okay. Go ahead.
Sorry, my kids came to ask me for something too.
You good?
If y'all
how you doing,
believe,
Lon?
hey Chris, if you believe that but what about y'all being on welfare? There wasn't a goddamn program started for us. We just know how to fucking do things. Okay? If we were the majority of EBT, SNAP, or whatever they call it in your state, if we were the majority of Medicaid, Affordable Care Act, it wouldn't fucking exist.
At all.
Because they don't want us to have shit. So you bit your nose off to spite that ugly ass pale face. And you got to sit in there and coming in here and throwing out bullshit statistics, because when people give y'all data, you be like, well, I'm not listening to that. You're not listening to the data from the data man? Okay, well, what the fuck is we talking about? You get what I'm saying? So I just want you to know, y'all rather, because this country at one point did have free healthcare. It did have free college. And y'all said the monkeys, y'all rather have paid for shit than black people have any fucking thing. And that's why this country is burning to the fucking ground. That's why I said earlier, until y'all check anti-blackness, you won't have a fucking thing. Y'all don't care about your own kids. We talk about violence. Hey, man, school shooters is sad, but I would never worry about that shit because my kids don't go to school with y'all kids. Y'all kids are unaliving each other at a rapid pace.
They don't even like
and
each
y'all
other.
still, yes. Well, so when you bring up black on black crime, please talk about how y'all shoot a lot of each other at 33 people in 9 seconds. That's what y'all do.
Facts. That's why when they even bring up the CTEL in Mexico, I'm like, they don't go into schools like that. They don't go into malls like that. They don't go into movie theaters like that. They don't go into Walmarts like that. Like, this only happens in America. Like, I'm going to tell you, my oldest is 11. He just started going with me to the store because he is old enough for me to understand, to be like, hey, this is happening. If that were the case, which, you need to hide, be quiet. But I never took them as babies or as toddlers or as kids. Like, the fact that we have to worry about this because of your people, like, I'm all for the segregate, like, go segregate yourselves. Go live out in the forest and pretend to go back to the land, right? Like, go and breed until you're blue in the face, like it's happened before. And go cook up, your nasty ass food. You won't even need a spice cabinet, and you just literally leave all of us alone. You've been the problem, right? Like, they think we're gonna be mad about it. Like, please, we've been wanting that.
Thank you, Chris, for the $2. Thank you for coming by my live yesterday. Of course, Chris, congratulations on stepping out and doing your thing. And I hope that that link I sent you helps you with the things that you need. I appreciate you. Can I get some coconuts in the chat for Chris, please? Who was that? Apple, go ahead.
Now, I was gonna say everything that Saz just said. That's their problem. They don't want to focus on themselves because that would expose how evil they are, even amongst themselves. When you look at the legislation, I mean, it's to what I think it was Panda, or it was either Panda or YouTuber who was talking about. Basically, all of the programs that we have in America, they started them for white people. They don't do shit in this nation for black people. Think about what we had to do to get civil rights. We literally had to boycott for damn near a year, and we had to get the support of the good whites in order for us to manage to even get civil rights in a nation that claims to be for freedom and all this other justice for all nonsense. So, of course, they're not going to focus on the realities at hand. Everything that they do is an excuse to either A, justify their racism, or B, hide their racism. The fact that we live in a nation where the majority of the population is YT. The majority of SA occurs to YT kids, and ain't no legislation. Where's the mandatory sentencing for child crimes? Like they can do it for non-violent offenses, but they won't do it against kids to protect kids. Think about it. In the last basically, the Republican Party has done more anti-human legislation in the history of this nation than anyone could ever imagine.
3 men facing serious charges in a disturbing case out of.
I'm about to.
But it's that's the reality of this nation. They'll sit up here and coddle YT men, knowing damn well they are the main. Like they are the main perpetrators of these type of crimes, but then they want to turn around and be like, immigrants commit crimes at like 2% of the entire population, not less than 2%, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's like 1.2% or something like that.
Hey,
so it's like, so you'll fixate on a 1% problem while overlooking another group that is literally 80% of that problem. You got untested great kids. You got kids going missing at hella numbers. You got women going missing at hella numbers. You got all these violent offenses. You got the serial like when you look at the overall crime stats for violent crimes in America, it's majority white. And it's funny because then they'll try to deflect. Well, we're the majority of the population. We're talking about percentages. And percentages don't lie regardless of population. Because if you take 10 black people and 10 white people, maybe 2 of those black people are predators. 8 of those white men are predators. That ain't a population issue. That is a cultural issue. And even when they talk about the smugs epidemics, you're talking about one community that was literally underfunded, Jim Crow, red line, segregated, and all the other issues that they had to face. They were disenfranchised, all these other issues with employment. So, of course, some of them are going to resort to street activities. But what is the excuse for the other community that doesn't face? Is it that they are the highest percentage of users and traffickers? Like, everything about them is literally a lie. Like, these people we're going to deflect and blame everybody else. We're not going to address our issues.
It's in their nature to deceive and be deceptive. That's all they want to do. But again, I want to talk about really quick. Blast your people, and I'm gonna make my video when I get off. Blast your people the way you blast our people. Right? Like a little boy makes a mistake. You want to try to say Carmelo Anthony, he doesn't have 2 parents. Yes, he do. He comes from poor. They got a big house. He got a Mercedes for his birthday. Like all these things you try to put on us or any black man or young black boy that makes any types of mistake, you want to say he was bad. He got caught doing this. He stole a piece of candy one time, right? Let's talk about your people. 3 more people, including 2 women, have been arrested in a case involving young children and animals being sexually abused in an underground bunker in Alabama.
Yeah, but you're talking about facts.
And
like you said,
animals. You see these white people?
They don't want to hear the facts.
Yeah,
These yours.
That is disgusting.
Why
That
aren't
doesn't
we
fit their narrative.
Why aren't we splashing this, right?
You know why.
Yeah.
That sounds about Caucasian.
So I'm gonna make a video when we get off. When y'all see it, make sure you repost it, share it with some friends.
You damn right.
Let's spread your people. Let's talk about how terrible they were. Where they come from.
Can I say something?
Yes.
The problem is
Hold on, real quick. Look at this shit. Look at this. Multiple suspects are accused of paying to sexually abuse the children. The victims are between 3 and 10 years old.
They are so stressed out because we were emancipated, and ever since we were freed, they haven't been able to focus on being better people. They're distracted by us. So them committing all of this, their history of violence in America is our fault.
Hold on, real quick. 4 counts of rape, human trafficking, sodomy, kidnapping. Y'all, and not bestiality, cruelty to animals, sexual torture. Two
Well,
counts of. Hold on, really
how
quick. Is that Emperor? Because I know she said she wanted to say something.
Yeah, it
Because
was
I'm going to
Emperor.
pass it off to her afterward. 2 counts of sexual abuse of a child less than 12 years old. This is disgusting. But go ahead, Emperor, and then I think Janae wants to say something about that.
I just wanted to piggyback off of what Abba said, because we can't talk about what's happening in the Black communities without talking about what's being done to Black communities and making the correlation. So for the last 400 years, we have lived under a system that was designed to destabilize us. We have the financial castration from slavery to redlining, being locked out of land ownership, GI Bill. We talk about this every day. Over policing and mass incarceration, not because we commit more crimes, but because we're targeted as the economic scapegoat. We have deliberate disinvestment from our schools, houses, and neighborhoods. We have unemployment and underemployment into policies, from Reaganomics to the war on smugs to wage discrimination that still exists. So when folks start pointing out the crime rates, like that's just something that we're born into. This is not biology. This is sociology, okay? Like if you flood a community with poverty and you strip it of its opportunity and you criminalize its survival and then shock when the people are desperate, and then try to make it seem like this is about bad decisions. No, this is design. And who designs America? White supremacists. We are not naturally broken as people. They love to try to point the finger at us. We have been systematically broken down, and yet here we are, still resisting, still rebuilding, and still unlearning what was never ours to carry, still trying to fix the damn system that destroyed us, that tried to destroy our legacies, that tried to destroy our ancestral connection. And we you know what? That's why I like when Paso says we are white crime investigators, because they love to point out if we have a seriously, we have a dispute at Chili's. That shit is on 7:00 news. These fuckers got children in bunkers, having people pay for children and doing all kinds of things for me. You don't hear about it nowhere. This is disgusting. And I land my plane there.
Mm-hmm. Janae, I know I said, did anybody else want to go? Janae said you can skip it because that's exactly what the fuck she was about to say. She said, baby, I was about to say that same thing.
But I will say one last thing. Of course, y'all raised, essayers and family annihilators. You never had to raise your own kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Somebody not being able to use the bathroom in your house, but you will let them be the wet nurse so your baby could suck their teeth is crazy. Okay. So none of that Black hate is real. It's self-hate. Okay. It's not my burden to bear. Yes, you napkin American women hijack feminism. And that's why I say I'm a Black womanist, because y'all don't care. Because pro-life and pro-choice is the only way to be if you're a real feminist. But see, you don't offer nothing to society, right? All you can do is bear children. And you feel like anybody else who can offer something to society is threatening your place in society, right? All this shit that is happening in Project 2020, P2025, let me just be very clear. It's actually not targeted to anybody but African Americans.
Mm-hmm.
They want y'all useless ass bearing kids back in the fucking kitchen. And I'm not sure why you against it, because you don't do shit else. If your ass can't offer a fucking thing, take your ass back to the kitchen, bitch. If you don't want to be a firefighter, that's fine. But maybe somebody else does. If you don't want a career, that's fine. But somebody else does. If you believe that as soon as procreation happens, that's a feed, like, okay, whatever, you pro-life, then that means you should give a fuck about childcare. You should give a gun pew pew laws. Seems like you should care about maternity leave. Seems like you should care about maternal health care, but you don't give a fuck. It is about control of women's bodies. And I'm not sure why y'all even doing that in a major scale, because honestly, y'all don't care about anybody's babies, and not even your own. I want y'all to take y'all chaotic, genetic mutated ass somewhere and leave everybody else the fuck alone.
Do you feel like that the white tea women that voted for Donald Trump, who probably haven't found their voice yet towards their either partner, men, or still want to be a pick me, feel like the men still have control over their body, and because they don't have enough nerve or to stand up for
Yes.
themselves and be their own, like, hey, if I can't control my body, y'all ain't not going to be able to control y'all's either. I'm going to vote against that because I'll be damned if I'm going to be the only one out here can't do shit.
Yes.
Burn with me.
One of the conversations we had with, now I worked at FSU, I worked in the library system, and we were discussing this with the women in the library. And one of them literally said, I want to be kept. And the first thing that came to my mind is like a pet.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, so you don't want any control over your life. So if this motherfucker come home drunk, he can just beat the dog out of you. Like, you are a fool. But that's what it's weird because at the same time that they accept and tolerate that lifestyle, Black women were enduring way worse and still found the backbone and voice to say, nah, motherfucker, you ain't gonna keep doing us like this. That's one of the few things in reality that I can never understand is a person openly accepting atrocities against them. Like, you live in a house where your dad, your brothers, your husband, your sons are abusing y'all, and you don't care, or you turned a blind eye because this is all I know.
I disagree, man, because I'm gonna be honest. Nothing is sacred, even of their womb. They birthed them. The men can't get through the portal without the African American woman.
That's what I'm saying.
They structure them. The men are not oppressing them. They doing it to themselves. They raised those men. They raised those boys to be the men they are today. They are the pillars of white supremacists.
Wow.
And also too thinking I have nothing more to offer than this. So I want to be kept because I don't want to be expected more of me because I ain't got shit to give you. So I'm just gonna keep you down so we can keep it like this. But founder,
That's
welcome.
crazy.
I know you were already in here. I would love to hear your take.
So I agree with everything you guys are saying, and it's even deeper. So white women are conditioned from birth that their objective in life is to grow up and be a wife and a mother, right? And then they get into these situations where they become glorified stay-at-home moms, which if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, that's great, but still make sure you have some type of financial independence. Because what happens is they end up in these situations that are abusive. It's abusive towards their children, and they have no financial recourse to leave. And then when they want to, their husbands threaten them with those same finances that they have been kept away from. I've witnessed it too many times to count. And I'll tell you this, I don't understand why they feel the need to be centered when it comes to women's issues, because the reality is we don't deal with the brunt of it. So if Black women, brown women, indigenous women had their needs met, we'd all have our needs met. And they're too stupid and entitled to understand that.
Fuck that shit.
I was gonna say, why is their life's mission to be a housewife and a mother when they can't cook and they can't have children? They have. I'm just saying their birth rates are low as fuck, right? And then they can't even raise their own kids. Like, why was this mission given to them?
Because there's a difference between psychological programming and actually being capable of doing the job at hand. Like, think about this. Everything that we're discussing about.
I got you, Apple. Give me 1 second. Marks and Keiko. So thank you for the $10 for. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I should have read it first. Y'all, okay, we're down to 238. I love y'all. Go ahead, Apple. My bad.
No, I was gonna say, because of their conditioning, everything that they do, they don't realize they are actually being counterproductive to their own existence. When you're inhumane, they do stupid shit because they have an ulterior motive that they don't realize is counterintuitive to being a human. We are watching their decline in birth rate. It's because of their mentality and how they mismanage families and communities. When you look at the issues that we have across this planet, it is, I mean, it's weird that they don't see their impact on everything. They can see what black and brown people do, but they can't see that the majority of the global issues stem from white supremacy. We have global warming, we have potential famines, we have global pollution, we have all these things that literally are at the hands of YT people, YT corporations, and YT ignorance because they refuse to like conform to the reality of the world. They don't want to seem like they are the problem, so they'll set the house on fire and then sit in the living room and be like,
"Who burned that? Who did that?"
Yeah, like that we are literally like we see it all the time. We can watch news reports. Think about it right now. They don't want to support any type of bill that protects children, but yet and still they want to blame it on everybody but them. We are like, think about what we are witnessing politically in America. We have people who literally voted for Trump sitting out here saying, why aren't the Democrats doing something? Bitch, you voted these motherfuckers in.
Hold on, one quick. Drop some massive coconuts. Drop some massive coconuts for Dayton said, this is for restoring my powers. And that little gold thingy you got going on. I fucking thank you and love you at the same time. Y'all, drop some massive coconuts for Dayton, your number one shooter in here. You know he ain't gonna let you make it, okay? You gotta act up. Act up, you can get smacked up, okay? At the same damn time. I appreciate you. I love you guys so much. Restoring my powers is wild. Y'all notice that his powers was never gone. He just be talking.
Jess, you inspired me. I'm finally gonna go live tonight.
Yes, I would be out with Jamal, but we're gonna be. I'm gonna come in there.
Sarge be making up shit. We'll see.
No, I'm serious. I got ready today.
Okay, yeah. So whenever
I gotta go live too, y'all.
What time?
What is
you have to go live. I know you have to.
I'm only being. I think I only gotta do. Sorry, Janae. Go ahead.
It's this app called, I want to say it's called like Live Tree. Oh, never mind. Y'all know how to work all the pound signs in the Discord. Well, everybody need to drop their schedule in there. I can't do this no more. I can't keep chasing lives. I can't keep chasing lives, ladies.
That's why it say if you can make it, you can make it. If you can't, you can't. If we on at the same time, it's okay. Raid me when I'm off, but raid it even if you can't raid because you got a bunch of friends. A lot of your friends might be on. You can rotate them, or you can say, "Bitch, I'm going to bed. I don't even care about a raid. Good night." It doesn't matter. You just go. Because I'm like Sergeant. I'm trying to have a schedule, and I did really good. Now, Dayton, you got to give me my props. For at least 3 of the 4 days I was supposed to go on at 4:00, I was on around 4-ish. I did that shit.
W Jess.
I've never done that.
She tried her best. She really has been. She has been a lot more. Like she's been out there. She's been consistent. She's been blessing us with her beauty on the screen.
Okay, so while we giving our compliments, I would like one too. I'm just playing, y'all.
I thought you were going to say while we giving our compliments, let me get Jess one too.
Yeah, but also Jess, literally everything
Listen,
I know that I'm doing now is because of you.
Jess, I wanted to ask you something.
So we always have to compliment the host first.
I love y'all so much.
Jess, I asked you something in the chat. I think you ain't see it. I was asking you, what did you use for that anti-shine? Because baby,
the anti-shine?
I need to get that. Yeah, you was putting something on and I was like, oh, baby, I need that.
So I got this Morphe powder called Banana Rich. It's a setting powder, bacon set.
I got that in my damn closet right now.
Because I naturally have oily skin, and then the this that I use is already dewy, so I'm like I need it, or else I'm gonna be up here glowing like a motherfucker sunshine or something like that. But yeah, it's gonna look like I'm about to start dripping in a second. And I got this stuff.
You tried this one, Jess? I haven't put it on yet, but it's the Laura Mercier one.
I have one. I didn't have the one that was colored. The one I got, it was a while back from BeautyCon. It was white, so it made me look like a ghost. So I had never used it. But another one that I like is Huda Beauty. Got one. It's really, really good.
I can also be a shiny ball if I don't put it on yet. See,
come on, y'all. Birds of a feather flock together. Can I just get some coconuts in chat for a panel full of beautiful women? I mean, you know, you man, y'all look nice too, but come on. The man finds a woman, he finds a good thing. Can I get some massive coconuts in the chat for all these beautiful women?
In a building. Okay, we got another mutual in here, y'all. We love BB. It's too many words. BB. Now you did go a little crazy yesterday.
They
That
gave
was
you
all
hot
right though.
yesterday.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so though. Rightfully so. You was right. But
I'm about to put on the outfit. I want y'all to let me know.
yeah, are you? We get to see you put. We get to see you undress and put it on.
I
Or
mean,
what?
if this wasn't TikTok.
I will shut the whole TikTok
You
down. I will shut the whole TikTok down.
You trying to get her banned?
I do.
And, my
Go
toe's
ahead,
not
Jeff.
done though, so I don't know.
I say galaxies in the chat. Galaxy.
I know, right? I'm fucking hollering at it. And let me know if I can wear like white Air Force Ones with it. Probably not, but if not, I'll just switch up the outfit. But anyways, who is it? Tania, and then Chris, and I'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? Hey, Tanya.
Hey, baby.
Been listening to you guys.
Hey,
Guys. I have been dissociating so bad today. Like, I just keep spacing out.
same. I tried to say something earlier and I made no sense, but I hope y'all are proud of me, and y'all better be there too because you guys keep telling me to open. So
I already
please.
did my hair
We'll be
today,
there,
so
Sean.
we'll be there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Be there. I only got to go live for 5 minutes. I think I don't have
No,
to be on like
listen,
30 minutes.
Emperor. I was trying to tell you this yesterday when you went live because I think either you read the note or excuse me, Declan told you like, oh yeah, you got to go live twice, 5 minutes. I think you should just. I was trying to tell you yesterday, but you was like, oh, I don't know. I think that's what it say. I was trying to tell you yesterday you should have ended the live after the 30 minutes and then fucking went live and put the phone down. Shit, whatever, 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, literally, it's not telling you gotta do it like over time. So like just do the 5 minutes and be like, oh y'all, my connection bad. Y'all don't even go in there. Let her turn that shit up for 5 minutes. Cut it off. Cut it back on 5 more minutes. And then you get full access to where you can have guests. Cause I gotta figure out, cause I just made the backup page. Somebody gotta let me know how you get live access. I feel like I'm gonna have to do that. You can do a sub on
So you have to. I don't know what the thing is now, Janae, but it used to be 1,000 followers.
It's not that at all no more.
And I think then it changed to 200, but some people made accounts from like Canada or some shit and were able to open up their lives with no followers. I would look it up, like try to start a live and see what it says, like how many.
It won't let me. It say I don't have no live access. But hold on, y'all, real quick, 2 things. So if y'all click my profile, go to my page. I made a backup, right? Because I feel like I'm at that point now. I need a backup. So go and follow that backup because I need followers on that backup to even possibly get live access. But also, if y'all looking in the chat, it's somebody's name that says Amanda L. Y'all drop coconuts, chilies, peaches, whoever's emoji you want to drop. Because Amanda is like, I don't know. I just noticed Amanda's yesterday. She's like a super, super, to me, supporter. And she's here today and she supports like not just me, but everybody in this community. And so y'all give Amanda a follow. And just shout out Amanda because I really do appreciate you. I really do.
That's crazy because on my backup, I can go live and I only got 196.
But Naquan, I just made that shit like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I had to make one. MAGA be targeting me. They after your boy now. I think I made it. I'm finally famous.
I got 6 accounts, but one of the ones that I made for some reason, I can't go live, even though I've already have past 1,000 followers. So I think it's just broken. But the rest I can.
While we up here sharing this Black Girl Magic, I got a question for anyone in the panel or the chat. Where can I watch this Coco golf matchup?
I beg your pardon.
I have no idea what he's talking about. But anywho,
Coco golf. Y'all don't watch Coco golf tennis? The new Venus and Serena?
yeah, no. Okay.
Only golf.
So I wanted to take a moment to thank everybody who was like who came to support me last night. Y'all made it very beautiful, and y'all are brilliant and powerful and strong and beautiful Black souls who didn't y'all ain't just come to listen. Y'all came to hold space and uplift me. I haven't been here that long. And so I feel like I found my tribe, and y'all reminded me last night that I'm not alone in this, and I am so humble, like truly, because when we all show up for each other like that, It's about our community. It proves that no matter what these people try to throw at us on this app, we can stick together. It's about protecting each other. It's about our legacy, and it's about love. And so from the bottom of my heart, I really want to thank y'all for standing beside me last night, because I was nervous and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And y'all all showed up for me, and I'm so thankful. That's all I wanted to say. Now we can talk about Coco with whatever app was talking about.
Okay, so I just looked up the rules. When you get live access, go live for 30 minutes and go live 3 separate times on 3 separate days. So all you literally got to do is go live 30 minutes, one live, then the 2 other lives, start it, stop it probably after 2 minutes or so.
So it is still over 3 days? Because I got to do my backup too.
Yeah, it's showing that it's got to be a span of 3 days and it got to be a total of 30 minutes. So go live.
Can you screenshot that? Can you screenshot that and drop it in the Discord? Just so, because I'm not going to remember that.
All right.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Yeah, so 30 minutes, 3 day spans, 3 different days. So your first live, do 30 minutes, play music in the background. Shit, I went live my first only time. I think I went live for like 2 hours and I had access to have guests on that same live.
That's cool.
I feel like if she would have stayed on, she probably would have got it anyway. Like
Yeah,
once it was 30 minutes, and I get it, I understand, because I actually never was going live. I don't know, the shit been changing. I've been on here since around the time, what was it, World War II. So I've been on the app since then. So they've changed the terms, the terms and conditions a million times since I've been on the app. So I don't know when it became you even had to have 1,000 followers. I don't know, because live people weren't going live. This was a Boom Boom Cat app. We was doing 16 counts. Yeah, I ain't never been with a baby. We was just dancing for our fucking lives during the pandemic. And then people, like the Creator Fund, the beta shit was second, because you used to have 100,000 followers and 1 million views, and you had to be an artist to even be getting paid. Then they rolled out Creator Fund, the beta shit. So I don't know what, it's changed a gazillion fucking times. But I think if you would have just stayed on that live yesterday, I understand how looking at your camera and you feel like you're talking to yourself. But I think if you would have stayed on, we was definitely engaging. I feel like if you would have went a whole hour, you probably wouldn't have to worry about that. Although it's saying separate times, because even when people were talking about you had to have 1,000 followers, that also wasn't true, because it was people who had less followers who could go live, but they couldn't cam up. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it was different per state and country too. Because for the longest, I tried to figure out how to go live and turn my camera off, and it wouldn't let me. I had to have it on that, and I hate looking at myself. How Emperor was feeling yesterday, staring at herself, it's weird. That's how I feel. Even if I have a panel, I'm like, can y'all look at the chat? Don't look at me.
Yeah, we hate looking at you too.
Honestly, I felt like I was keeping this is terrible. I felt like I was keeping y'all, and I was like, I don't want to keep them here looking at me for a freaking hour. I'm gonna get to the 30-minute mark, and then I'm gonna get off of here. That's how I felt. I don't want to keep them here looking at me.
And girl, we be roll you boating, okay? I was on the live getting called slurs in the daytime. I went live in the evening. Got off of there. You was live. Got off of there. James, yeah, we just be in shifts. We just be rotating.
We
you weren't
were,
holding
because we went
nobody
to
up.
Janae's first, right? No, to Declan's first, and then Janae, and then Jamal's. No, and then Marla's, and then Jamal's, and then who else? Yeah.
Y'all did all that yesterday?
Man, yesterday I felt delirious. I was so sleepy.
Yesterday was crunk. Janae's live was crunk yesterday.
Nah, yesterday my shit went upside down. My live was upside down yesterday. That's why I said, I need a backup. I don't know, because they gonna give me. Jamal had to come up there. When you bring Papa TikTok on there, it was hooting, hollering, and hooting. Okay, and then I got Jamal in the box. Everybody got quiet. I said, okay, he said, y'all better not get this black woman page taken down.
You know what's crazy though? Jamal didn't act like that on my live, because he already knows I'm messy. I'm like, everybody could say whatever, over talk each other, curse, do your thing, get your galaxies. He didn't do that on my panel. He wasn't strict.
What are the rules going to be for cracking and crafting?
Oh my
and you keep, okay, so let me let y'all know something about Tania. She always is trying to insinuate that we do crack, and then she says, "I wasn't saying crack. I was saying
That's not
craft."
true that you said that.
No, you definitely. You was like one night. You was like, "I think we should all just go live and do crack."
No, I said
Crack,
when I go
cracking.
live, I do crafting, and you were like,
Yeah.
crack.
So
We
I'm gonna
don't
just
do
ask.
crack.
I'm gonna just ask the chat. I mean, who do you believe? Do we believe black women or not? And I'm gonna land my plane. Are we believing black women or not?
I feel
Are
like
we
I'm
believing
torn.
black women, guys?
I feel like
All
I'm
I'm
torn because
saying
I was
is
there when this was said. I
it
was there.
sounded like cracking just now.
You see what I'm
Since they
saying?
call me, since they
Well,
call me,
now
I
I'm
was
saying
there. I don't
cracking
know.
and crafting because that's what she kept saying. But if you guys want to do that, that's fine with me too. I don't know. Like,
It went like this, right? Tanya said, "Do you guys want to do crafts?" And then Janae said, "Crack? Why would you want us to do it?"
I'm like, what? Crack? I said, I'm sorry. Could you repeat yourself? Because I make too much money to do crack.
English is my second language. Sometimes I say it wrong.
Wow. That's what we doing
He's
in a
pulling
black
the
space.
xenophobic
Yeah,
card.
we go in a black space, y'all. This is the black and brown unity right here. That's what they be asking us to do. That's what I be saying. It's just real time. I just want y'all to see the examples in real time. Hey, they always a victim.
So are we doing crafts?
Listen, Janae, I identify as a neurodivergent. My dog died when I was
Listen, I'm neurodivergent. I identify with a red balloon. My grandma was cat.
Okay.
Real quick, I'm about to drop. Let's give Chris a quick shot to say something because I think he did come up here to say something. But I'm about to drop. I love y'all. Keep being black, queens. I'm always gonna be there. Oh my God! Coming to your live. You be having a nut job following you. I'm scared for my life.
I know I'm a nut job.
That's crazy, guys. He called you nut jobs. Also, Taylor said not to say that word that sounded like craft anymore.
Well, tell that to Tania.
The only sea rock I want to do is with some legs, some crab legs. That's it.
Oh, that do sound good. But Jamal said he allergic to crab, to shellfish.
Yes, let us see. I just noticed.
Oh, so what I thought was gonna, I hate when you have like the perfect, hey Swan, the perfect outfit in your head. All right, and like, I'm like so cute, and bitch. That hoe said stiff wear, bitch. So I had to literally. That's why it took me a while. I'm like, I'm not going on camera looking like this. So yeah, I had to change.
Oh my God!
Hey, thank you, Swan. Drop some coconuts and Swan in the Mickey
Big
Piggy
Swan
chat
in
right
the
now. Okay?
building.
Not the little one. Not the little one, not ever. Yeah. So the only thing is I only shoes that I have are open toe shoes. And I need to go get my toes done. So I'm thinking that's what I'm about to see what time they close because I gotta run by there before. Cause I can't I have a brand to protect. I can't go out there looking like this.
You got to know it because they're gonna be like, somebody gonna zoom in on your feet.
Yep.
They're gonna
Starting
be
with
like,
Jamal.
is this your queen?
They're gonna crop you like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
and stuff.
Coconuts was one to change. Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. So I'm about to change that. Who just did that? Oh my
You know that was
God.
Swan.
Oh, Swan. Listen, Judge, you just made me think of this. That was not something that was not on my list of worries for the We Are What's Left tour.
What?
Now I'm only
toes?
going to left closed toe shoes. I don't want nobody cropping into my toes.
Right, and then so
okay.
But then like
But
my
you-
shoes I have are it's either heels or sandals, and
I'm sorry, real quick. Could you back up a little bit and then turn around? I'm just trying to see from the back a little bit. The back. Amen. Hallelujah. Won't he do it?
I ain't seen enough universes yet. Somebody knock out the goal. Okay? We got 188 left on tonight's goal. Okay, what y'all got?
Hold up.
Lord have mercy. Thank you. Yeah, Black and Brown Emperor. Maybe she can't hear you.
First of all,
Yes,
y'all,
ma'am.
I said black and brown and
my
brown put
best
together.
friend
My
in the
bad.
chat, her name is Nina Berry.
Hey, Nina.
Y'all know, man. Nina be in here, perverts. But I just wanted to give y'all the heads up because she was nowhere in this chat till you turned around. Now we saw Lord have mercy. So I just wanted to be, to catch a predator. She's in here, so be aware.
Now that I think
Thank you,
about
Black and
it,
Brown, for gifting our panel. I appreciate it.
Dayan said, "I'm not looking, Saj." But then, how would he know to say he's not looking?
Oh my God! Thank you, Black and Brown. I appreciate you too as well. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Who did that? So I would put lotion on my feet, but I'm gonna go by and get the little basic pedicure, so it won't take that long. Then go meet up with Jamal. They close at 7. It's 5:40.
And I mean, y'all, I was delirious yesterday. I'm gonna be honest, because that flight wasn't talking about nothing. But see, this took a little coded because y'all don't know what we're talking about. I could have, but my kids get back, or one of them get back in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I would have got there this evening, I would have been a drunken skunk monkey whore slut. Trying at the TSA, hoping I didn't get delayed in the morning to get here before my baby got here. And then shout out to black men always telling the fib. Because that black man told me last night he was gonna be at work. Mind you, sangria is in town for me. Okay. So that's also another, please. I don't even want to pack a diaper. You know what I'm saying? But that threw me off. But I did tell Jamal, because I know he's coming this way, that we can plan it better, because I know he's been there when he was coming here. To get you, it's easier to get you here than trying to get me there in less than 16 hours. Yeah. So we just should do it that way.
Yeah, and I can't wait till we I can't wait till we get the first stop out of the way. That's one. So we can kind of either work out any kinks, amplify it the best way that we can, and then come to your city, because the goal is to connect with any organization that's close by and spend some time with them and helping them with whatever they got, And I'm excited to be partnering with Janae and her organization and getting out there, us and the creators, and helping her either pack lunches, get whatever they need for the homeless or whatever it is that she may be doing when we get there. I'm excited to be doing it with you.
Y'all heard it first. She said she's excited to do it with me. Yeah. I'm sorry, do it with me. I'm sorry. I don't know which one she said.
Georgia. I feel like somebody else was about to say something.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the peach. Everybody dropped some peaches in the chat.
And Swan, can you message me and tell me what state you're in? These are too big. I'm a stud girl.
Giggity.
Yeah. So these earrings.
Y'all forgot about me. I've been on the panel for like 10
I'm sorry,
minutes.
y'all. We gotta give a shout out.
As long as I was gone.
Yeah, we kept just cackling.
Chris, they didn't bring you in while I was gone.
The Quan did, but we just kept cackling like hens because Tania was trying to make us do things that we don't consent to. She kept saying, crack it.
Why do I get paid for everything?
Chris, if I would have known, you'd have been up in this bitch, okay? Everybody, mute up right now.
Always blame the immigrants.
Wow. And back to Black Spaces.
That would be Chris.
That's not very friendly of you. Anyways, this is for Janae and for Saj. I am very proud of both of you for being consistent with your guys' lives and your paneling, because what you guys do is very, very important. Janae, I've been watching, even though I've been doing my own lives, I've been watching how consistent you are. And I have never been more proud of a friend. And then Saj, you know how I feel about you and your paneling. You're passionate, you're amazing, and I'm honored to call you my friend. And then also, I had a live earlier today about disabilities and ableism, and it was the best live I've ever hosted. It got 50K likes.
And you didn't send it to, but you didn't send. No, Chris, you know I would have ate that up. You didn't send it live to me.
Y'all were busy and I didn't want to.
No, because we hop. You know, I'm a bunny hopper. I would have definitely I have another page.
They panel poppers.
Yeah, period. You know what I'm saying? For the community.
No, but like from the bottom of my heart, you guys are my family and you guys are my friends, and I'm gonna support you as much as I can for as long as I can.
Same.
Can you go ahead and tell people about your lives, your days, your times, and where is your life structured around?
Okay, so Monday through I go live 7 days a week. So each week, yes.
You don't get
so
tired?
no.
He said, I don't get tired. My bad.
No.
I'm country, y'all.
What I want to do is too damn important for me to rest. But each week I focus on a particular marginalized community. So for the next 2 weeks, for the last week and for the next week, I've been focusing on disabilities and various different subtopics. The week after that, I'm going to do the Latino community. And then after that, I'm going to do a live on Black excellence. So I just want to be able to give, these marginalized communities, the opportunity to shine and the opportunity to have a voice, because I know what it's like to not have a voice. And I don't want that for anyone. So that's the mission behind it.
So for the marginalized communities that you're given an opportunity to have a voice, are you...
Oh my God!
Hey! Thank you for the motherfucking galaxy. Draw some coconuts and black and round and then Mickey Mickey chat, okay? Now, for these, you said you were doing it for marginalized communities to have their voice heard because which I fucking love. Are you bringing up people during this panel who don't necessarily have a voice and giving them a voice?
Yes, that's the focus. But also, I don't have the I'm not afraid to bring up people like yourself, people like Santana who have larger platforms, because I know their audiences have members in their communities who also feel like that they don't have a voice. So I want them to have one as well.
Right.
And I'm not.
If I know your if that's your purpose, I definitely don't want us or anybody to take away from those people who, that you're trying to amplify and bring their voice to the front. Because if it's just us and we're already speaking, we don't want to take up that space. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then also on Sundays, so I don't do topic lives on Sundays. I do a form of a Sunday respite kind of thing. It's called the Huddle. And so what that basically is, it's where people can come up to the panel and talk about just whatever is on their mind. If they want to vent, if they want to talk about something that they're going through, if they want to promote something, they could, have that hour to come up to the panel and talk about whatever they want. It's an open space and it's, a safe space. And that's my priority.
Can't be ashy out here now. And I'm one of those women that want to smell good. I seen somebody in the comment say moisturized queen. Her by Burberry.
Oh my God!
Hey, thank you, founder. We have 4 of those gifts left before we knock out that gift goal. Let's at least knock out one of these gift codes before we go. We have 188 left in the gift code for the day. I'm Jessica Simone is my pay links in the bios as well. Somebody just said something.
I did. I said, you want me to do a modern announcement? So, because we almost to 200K.
Yes,
okay,
let's go.
This is not a drill, y'all. Jessica Simone is live, beating her face and beating down political nonsense at the same time. We need to get her to 200,000 likes before she logs off. Tap that screen like your rent is due. The cash goals are open. If you've learned one thing from her, it's time for you to bless the platform that blesses you. Help her finish her gift goal. Don't be shy now. Show up and show up. Jessica giving you face and facts, beauty with the backbone, and politics with pavement. Support accordingly. Thank you very much, people.
That's so interesting because that was such a great modern announcement. You be in my shit all the time. And I'm just
writing.
Let's talk about me right now.
Now I realize it's sectors. I fear that it's sectors in this family. I feel people have their favorite cousins at this moment, and I just speak to just now, just right now.
Okay, it's just levels.
Listen, Janae, I wrote one for you. I wrote one for Cass. I I wrote one for Jessica.
Shout out to
I
Emperor.
just finished yours. I wrote Jessica's like 2 days ago, and then I was writing something for KGR because she asked me to do something for the Habsburgs, and I like to write these little things. It's like my thing.
I
So I
love
got
it.
you, Janae. I'm working on it.
I love it. Parker's used to come in. She used to have one of those too. So I love those because it sounds like a real like live commercial really quick. You know what I mean?
And I'm the worst, but somehow I
Next
get
time,
people to.
next time I'll turn on my
Coconut
newscaster
for Amanda
voice.
for knocking that bitch out real quick. It said, "Oh
Let's
my
go.
god,
God. We love Amanda. Listen, Amanda, you gotta stop. Amanda, you mine. I was just playing. No, I really shout out to the community though, because it's a very strong community that we have with one another, y'all. Seriously and truly, it's so great. I have more friends on this phone than I have in real life. They can't come to my house, but I would have a cookout for all y'all if y'all was in Atlanta. Actually, speaking of,
We was planning a cookout, Picasso cookout. But he's doing something like that.
Well, see, I don't know.
Picasso barbecue."
Well, he better be. That's all men should be. They don't.
He a black man.
Yeah, they better be on the damn
who wears
grill.
sunglasses.
You and okay, say less. Amanda, when we come out there, we're gonna reach out to you too.
I got a nice little Amanda. You in Atlanta? What? Oh, you in Georgia? What part? Okay, so I got a nice little. Never mind. I don't got nice shit, y'all. I'm struggling. Go ahead and give me as a struggling.
No. We don't. Hey, we don't say the struggle word. We don't say the B word. This follows ROKE. We live in
it was
we
a
live
joke.
in a luxury mindset.
It was a joke. I do have a
the
nice
universe
sound.
don't know when we playing. That's why we don't.
Oh,
say
I'm
it.
sorry, y'all. My fault, y'all.
You universe don't know we playing.
Oh, okay. That's why when I be like, could today get any worse? And then I stump my toe.
Yeah,
on
and
the
it'll
bed,
start getting worse.
And it start raining. And
They say, "Wait,
okay,
bitch."
I'm following. I see what you. I'm smelling what you. I'm smelling what you
y'all see
farting.
how
I get it.
Pastor Jessica had to come in and check y'all real quick.
Listen, she checked me.
Hey,
We
don't
speak
play
life
God,
over here.
man.
We don't speak
understand.
nothing we don't want to be happening.
That part.
You know
Don't
something,
play.
Jess? Where did that girl go that said not the one that got in Dane's DMs, but the other one that said she got it like that, and everybody's like, you know what? And Janae was like, you know what? Now that I think about it, I need 50K.
Yeah, that's another thing. Y'all done ran the bitch off. She say everybody, you know what I'm saying? Y'all
There was no 50K.
You know how to be like, you can't be going to the Ruth Chris or wherever the hell and be
There was
like
no
fish
50K.
fillet. You know what I'm saying? Chicken tenders. Yo, you gotta act like you
Black
in
and
there.
Brown say he a fit master.
It's enough for everybody, and it's gonna come around. Okay. The other rich girl, she disappeared. She said, "Oh shit!" Everybody said, "Where my $50?" Then everybody was in the comments. Everybody, y'all, we are all rich. We may be a little bit financially challenged, or your money may be tied up in investments at the moment. You be in the investments, and the more you put into you, the more will return to you. That's it. I know
And
it looks like we don't see it, but we're the royal family. We're we're a wealthy family.
And I'm
We're
gonna be
all
honest.
kings and queens. Okay.
Period. And I'm gonna be honest. Speaking of putting things into me, excuse me, not into me, putting things into people. After we leave this live, we're gonna raid Hector.
Yes.
What you talking about, Janae? Janae's trying to. Janae's being an op now. I said I was going to open after Jess. But
Are you okay, Saji? Go on right now.
No, I didn't know that. I was just. She said putting things into me, and then I.
No, but it's okay.
Put Saji into you. Okay.
Well, hey, we can do it together. I'm equal opportunity. Like I'm into shit like that. So
Saj got instantly offended. She's like, "How you gonna put something into somebody but not her?"
Putting things into you, getting swallowed. Have you ever been?
See, that's what I keep telling y'all. Stop letting
distracted.
dicks distract you because you're gonna be you shit on your friend following the dick.
And, see, and that's why I have been celibate for 3 years.
Yeah, stay, yeah.
I have to because listen.
Swallowed up.
Okay, so you want to go live right now so we can rate you?
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
I might be nervous, y'all. I
Let's
don't
try
know
to get
why.
to that 200K.
Listen, I know Emperor said the other day that the more she goes live, then less nervous she'll be. But I've been going live for 2 years. I still get nervous when I open my own panel. But I love it. Like it's not a sterile environment. We be out there getting messy,
Mm-hmm. Let me find my headphones because baby,
how messy do you like
I probably
it?
can't just be having on speakerphone at the nail shop.
How messy does it get? Let me know.
She got mad. Go in somebody else.
It gets
We get 200K, y'all.
How messy could it get?
W to the chat. Thank you. Thank you so much, Emperor, as well. Thank y'all so much for tapping that bitch. We got to 200K. It only took us 4 hours, but we did it. We did it, Joe.
We did it.
Hold on,
We did it.
We haven't
Joe.
played that
We
one in
did
a
it.
long time. Hold on. Where she at?
We did it. We did
We
it,
did
Joe.
Hint
I
in the
put it
chat.
in
Hold
the
on.
chat.
Hold on. What happened?
Nothing. If you got it, you
Okay, damn.
Yeah, I
And I
did
want
it.
to give a shout out to Amanda for holding down the #1 spot as our title gifted today. So drop some coconuts in the chat for Amanda as well. I appreciate you. Drop some coconuts for Dayton for our #1 donator today. Okay, shout out to
Man, we
y'all.
love a Dayton, man.
Man.
Dayton.
He a real one.
If you don't understand Dayton, is real fire. But Dayton speak my language, so I get it.
Yeah.
He is joking. He's jokingly an asshole, but it's also serious. It is a serious asshole as well. But he's protective of us. He's security for us inside the club and outside.
Okay.
He don't play that about us, and we love that for all of us.
And we don't play by Dayton either, y'all.
She asking me to share now. Is that what I heard? Someone translated.
That's what I heard.
English is my second language. All right, I'm gonna go open before
Okay.
I,
Yes.
say
So I'm gonna
not.
give you
Okay.
like a couple minutes.
Yeah, make sure
We're going
it's
to Saji
open.
house, y'all.
Yeah, make sure you got it open for us.
Any last?
Oh, my fault.
I'm fucking hollering. You do tell my type of jokes though.
Yeah, giggity.
Any last words? Chris, I'll start with you. I see you up at the top.
I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And join my Discord.
Yes, Chris got a Discord, you guys. Please. And that's how you can also too get any notifications. I'm pretty sure you put them in there too, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Chris. I'm gonna take these earrings off. It's not gonna work for me. We might have to just go with silver. Okay. Albert, any last words, Lon?
Yeah, I just want to say I thank God every day for creating y'all and giving us to y'all. I appreciate the fact that y'all keep us in check without putting a whip on us, even though y'all do sometimes rip our tongue out or rip our heart out. I don't know. Honestly, like when I think of especially the essence of a true Black woman in comparison to what these other people are trying to mold their societies into, I can't help but think like, what's wrong with you, love? The word escapes me that suits them, but it's somewhere around homoerotic, because any man who would follow Trump instead of Kamala, something wrong with you. And any man who says, I want to lord over or hold my woman back from being the shining star God intended for me to witness, I don't get them. I really don't. So I'm about to go over here to Saj page and enjoy Janae making fun of her ass.
I'm gonna be over there too, you guys. I'll probably be what they call teleporting as well, but I'll be over there. Tanika, did you speak too?
I did.
Okay, because I know I see I'm forgetting everybody. Founder, any last words?
Not much. Just I'm thankful for you guys because every day, before I was on a bunch of lives that were just like crash outs, and I would be trying to debate and have actual educational conversations, and it was draining on my soul. So finding this community has been life changing for me because I can actually learn and have real conversations. So thank you all.
Of course, thank you so much for being open and transparent, and I appreciate you for being here too, love. Tania, any last words, darling?
Yes, I want to.
Go ahead, Dayton. Go ahead and go. He said,
I have to go.
I have to go so I can be the first one inside. Okay, go ahead, go. Go ahead.
I want to say something I posted on a comment yesterday. I look forward to hearing you guys and seeing you guys go live every day. I have gained so much good energy just from coming into this lives and listening to you guys. Even if you guys make fun of me, it's okay. And I have a little homie here that's asking me every day if he can say hi to you.
Hi. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien. Okay, say bye.
Adios.
He's like, why do you like talking to your friends so much?
So cute. That is so cute. I'm not gonna lie.
See you guys in the other live.
All right. Bye. Adios. Any last words, Emperor? That was so cute.
Yeah, I just want to say before we close tonight, this space, Jessica's Live, is more than just a conversation. Like, it's a place where truth lives. Like, this is where we honor our pain, we honor our joy, we honor our brilliance and our power, and we speak names, we speak the truth, and we try to speak life into everybody. So, to everyone who came here with an open heart, who listened and who shared and held space, we thank you. Thank you for making this more than just a moment. Thank you for making it a movement. And as Jess would say, she is just a humble servant of the Lord. So see y'all next time. Stay grounded and stay loud.
Coconut Swimper in the chat, y'all. Okay. My YouTube storyteller, that damn Janae.
It's just to piggyback off of Tania saying coming. As people. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know. I got a dark humor and a darker humor. But again, I really very
Is it
appreciate
dark or is it nasty?
Is that how you like it?
They could be the same. They could be.
Is that how you like
interchangeable.
it?
It depends
Is
on
that
what
how you
it
like
is.
it?
What's your last words again? My bad. I didn't mean to
My
interrupt
bad.
you.
I'm sorry, y'all. No, yeah. Again, I'm very appreciative of this space because outside of the space being welcoming, empowering, it's a sense of community, right? So, you guys can follow me. Click the link in my bio. Please follow my backup page because I do need to build the people up on that backup page. And you can click the link in my bio for my link tree, and you can see the 2 initiatives I have because right now I'm working on feeding the houses community, our houses homies, as well as women who are transitioning from DB shelters and maybe paying a bill, doing groceries, whatever for them to make sure they transition. They're transitioning pretty well, as well as I'm trying to get to the point where I'm migrating Black women. That includes cis and trans Black women and children into a better place and developing new routes out of the country. I haven't really been talking about that because I'm really waiting on the 501c3, but I mean, crowdfunding is not impossible. So, again, I just want to be thankful for where we all are and supporting one another. And y'all, if y'all got shit going on too, we listen to that. We listen to that. You tell Jess, you tell me, you tell Saj, you tell. No, you don't tell Dayton now because he listened, but hey, whoever, we all rotate. We all rotate. We all around each other. And don't tell Hector because I'm working on.
She working on Hector.
I'm working on Hector. I'm working on Hector. And if you care about me as well, outside of that link tree in my bio, y'all make sure y'all tell Hector I'm a good woman. Y'all make sure y'all. Yeah, well, you don't know if you don't try. So
allegedly.
But I'm just really.
Bullshit.
Okay. Amen.
Amen.
So,
Hold on.
yeah.
I got one for that one. I got one for that one too.
You got one
Amen
for
to
that?
that shit.
Period. And so, that's why I'm gonna land my plane. And
Period.
Period. So
Period.
We're all gonna. No, that's a good one. But we did it, Joe. And I'm hopping out the car and fool me once, shame on you. And Bigly, top 5 for me.
I'm
right
looking for that fool me one, shame on you.
Now, listen,
sound.
I'm gonna send you because are you making your own soundboard?
No, it's a website where I can kind of type it in, and sometimes it'll have.
Okay, look. Okay, so I'm
The only thing you should be concerned with is how much weight your mama gained last night when I gave her a Bigley, Alabama twist.
Oh, well, that's different. I just wanted Bigly, but okay. Anyway, go ahead. Damn, did she leave me? Come back, Jay. Janae. Have a great night. If you guys are not following Saji, please make sure that you do so. We are about to go raid Saji right now. You guys know what it is. Drop some coconuts when you get in there. Jessica Ray all day. Beat me there. Don't meet me there. I'm gonna come in there as soon as I get in the car because I gotta get over here before they close at 7 o'clock and something. Just change the color. Shit, I don't know. I might not be able to get the works, but it is what it is. And I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you for hitting the gift codes for tonight. In and out. Now shout out to Amanda being number one on the gift dating on the donate. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hitting that 200K W to the Royal Make It family. I couldn't ask for a better family. Also, too, I need to tell YouTube goodbye too. Good night, YouTube. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button.